Smartly Uneducated is hands down the greatest podcast in the world. But be warned, this one is not for the faint of heart. With topics ranging from true crime to conspiracy theories, this podcast doesn't shy away from violence or controversial content. Their slogan,
"Oh, we're going to Pluto to see alien titties,"
or
and suck on it till you get some raw milk,
isn't just a catchy tagline. It's the truth. These hosts have a world of knowledge that expands across the cosmos. If you are looking for a podcast that will make you laugh, make you think, and make you reevaluate your life choices, tune into Smartly Uneducated and join the uneducated madness.
Welcome to Smartly Uneducated, everybody. My name is Ben, and I am joined by my lovely, manly, curious co-host, Wiz. Oh my God! Oh, dude, yes. Oh, dude, that's the wrong kind of music. That. Oh, okay, there's
me, Evan. What's up, everybody?
It's the mustachio. It's come back to be my friend. Tickles my bum.
I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. I'm starting to really enjoy it, to be honest. No, man, the mustache is getting crazy. It's getting overrun with my life. Everybody knows me as the mustache guy nowadays. Whenever I go places, like, hey, I recognize you. You have that big burly mustache that everybody hates.
It's more, it's more like, no. It's more like, oh, hey, I recognize you. Weren't you in that, over by that fireplace laying down that one chick? And then it's like, oh, you think I was in a porno from the 70s. I'm not that old.
Yeah, I just carry that rug everywhere with me nowadays. So that's how they know me. I just carry the bear rug with me and we just move around.
After seeing your facial hair grow out, my man, how you have the thicker mustache and then you got the stubble coming in pretty thick on the sides, I would kill to see you grow out everything, but then shave away just your chin. Just right here. All this.
Yeah,
Just
the Civil War.
This. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Like Colonel Mustard vibes. Colonel Mustard vibes.
I'll give it a go one time just for you.
And
I've done that before.
You need to wear the old school military outfits from when Colonel Mustard was fighting the Native Americans in his little battles. I'm not saying it's going to go over well for you, but I would say it would be entertaining.
You want me to wear the Confederate outfit? Is that what you want?
No. I'm talking back when Colonel Mustard was doing all the battles against the Native Americans back in, before the Civil War. That was before.
But in the before times, right? In the before times.
The before times, the land of old times, the times long ago. It's old. It's before.
It's older than me.
I ever
older
existed.
Than you.
No one's older than me.
The Avatar.
Hey,
Ong.
Don't. Did you say Ong? It's Aang. How dare you? Fuck yourself.
Tell that to M. Night Shyamalan in the live action movie they made.
Listen, dude.
He's like, "Hi, I'm Ong."
I don't say shit to M. Night Shyamalan because guess what? He makes really shitty ass movies. Because guess what? There was only one movie that he made that was halfway fucking decent, and it was just entertaining, and that was Signs.
Can I guess it?
It was Signs.
Damn it!
It was
you
Signs.
Son of a bitch! I thought you were gonna say The Mist.
What? I switched to your view for that bullshit. No. No.
Why am I so grainy?
No, and I don't know. Maybe you had too much salt.
I look like I got 240 FPS over here.
I don't know why that is.
Nothing going on.
I don't know why that is.
240p.
Yeah, I don't know why you're so gainy. Anyways, no, M. Night Shyamalan, he is so obsessed with doing What a Twist and everything he fucking does.
What a twist.
Yeah, and then there's the Village. The Village. Oh my God, I hated that movie so fucking much.
The Village is so bad.
I hate it so much.
It was so bad.
It's it's so gay. And then especially the ending is what really did it in to make it super gay. It's like, wait, so it's a bunch of pussies hiding from the world? And how did they pull that off? You're saying not a single fucking plane flew over this massive area they own? Bullshit. Boy, what the fuck is this? It's like, oh, we just dress up in costumes and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, so you're gay. Get the
That's what it comes down to. It's like cosplay. They're big cosplayers and big fanatics of outfits and
Yeah.
get-ups and dress-up
You know,
parties.
you know what the gayest movie was? The Happening with Mark Wahlberg. I like Marky Mark. Okay. No. No. Don't you dare.
No.
Oh, The Happening's happening.
I would say the movie Bro is the gayest movie they've made in a long time.
What the fuck is Bro?
It's a gay rom-com.
Wow. You should look up.
It's a good movie.
You should
It's a
look
good
up.
movie, but it's gay.
You should look
Literally
up
gay.
a space movie from 1992. Google
I
it.
will not do
everybody.
that. I know what you're talking about.
No, it's a really good movie. Everyone should Google it. Anyways, I want to say something.
What about the dinosaur that has
Nope.
200 teeth?
A dinosaur that has 200 teeth? The dinosaur that has 200 teeth? Are you talking about a
Yeah,
fucking
that's the one.
talking about the alligator that's upset because he has all them teeth and no toothbrush?
No, I'm sorry. It's a dinosaur that has 500 teeth.
I don't care about dinosaurs with 500 teeth.
You should go ahead and Google that for me real quick. You
Anything-
might find that a little bit funny.
Listen, dude, anyone who's got like teeth that are sharp and pointy, I don't want to be around them because they'll bite me. Probably kill
Like
me.
a vampire?
Well, I mean, if it's enough to do some significant damage, I'm going to be very cautious about that. Like,
I
I've
mean,
been
what
in,
about
so,
the people who filed
so-
their teeth down to like daggers and sharp pointy edges? Do you remember that trend that was going on for a while? People were sharpening their teeth.
they're still doing it in third world countries. I've seen it.
I mean, they got to do it so they can fight back against the lions and whatnot.
What about the tigers and bears? There should
Oh
be.
no, the bears are only in Russia and America. That's it. Nowhere else.
That's fair. Speaking of sharp, pointy teeth and things that can fucking kill you, so I'm going to let everyone know on a little thing. So me and my wife are going to go on this trip here in a little while, several months, and we're going to Puerto Rico. And when we go, I've been looking up things to be. Oh, damn. Yes, thank you. I've been I've been looking into things like, hey, things to look out for, stuff like that, bro. Like I'm just like, it's like saying that like great whites are super uncommon. Like I'm looking up different sharks, and all of a sudden it's just like meh, we'll be all right, meh. And all of a sudden I come across, it's like, hey, by the way, bull sharks are around there, and they'll actually come in the shallow water.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, oh fuck, a bull shark, fuck. I don't want to go. in
Maybe
there.
I'm not getting in the water.
Nah, I'm going in that fucking water. I'm gonna get in and be like, all I'm gonna see, dude. I'm gonna do an Australian accent the whole time I'm down there, just so I can like not take anything scary. Like I'm gonna make myself talk with an Australian accent. So I'll be like, oh crikey, there's a fucking bull shark down there. Like I'm just gonna be like, I should be scared right now, but I'm not because I'm talking in an Australian accent, mate. Like let's go. Like I'm gonna wrestle his ass.
I thought you were gonna big dick the bull shark. Be like, oh, you think that stuff, dude? I can swim faster than you and I fight bigger than you. I got you, dude. Bull shark, you ain't shit.
How many push-ups can you fucking do, bro? You can't even do a fucking push. Look at those fucking flippers, you fucking pussy. You can't even fucking do a push-up.
Bull shark, you're gonna carry the boats. I'm gonna carry the fucking boats. You're gonna swim underwater, you pussy. Come on.
Listen to me, bro. I did some fucking Brazilian jiu-jitsu in my life. I can fucking grapple your ass. You got flippers. I got fucking arms. What are you gonna fucking do? Oh, you got a big ass fucking mouth and pointy fucking teeth. You know what? What? You're fucking basically Aquaman. What? You talk to fucking fish? That's a fucking stupid ass fucking power, you fucking pussy. Like, what the fuck you gonna do? Call in your buddies? Oh yeah, I might get a little fucked up there, but you know what? Man up. One-on-one. Let's go. Where are my octopuses at? My octopus would fuck you up any day.
Oh yeah, you eat raw meat. I cook, dude. I got thumbs. What do you think's gonna happen with these bad boys? Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Congratulations to me. I kill bull sharks, dude. What do you want?
Dude, where the fuck did that come from? How the fuck did that even happen? Where did that come from? Dude, that was the greatest timing of all fucking time. I fucking love it. What the fuck is going on? Oh my god. Dude, that you may call that a fucking explosion right there. That's what it is. It's a fucking explosion of fucking justice when we beat the fuck out of that goddamn fucking bull shark for fucking trying to eat my ass.
Can you give me 2 thumbs up, Ben?
Oh. Hey. Yeah, suck it, Trebek. Damn it. Give me it. I want it too.
Yeah, I want it.
I'm over here like, come on, bro. Fuck. I ain't got nothing. I got nothing here, man. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, but in all serious though, I've been looking up really fucked up shit in Puerto Rico, and it's like stuff you're supposed to look out for. And like, to be honest, like looking into these sharks, like it's all pretty chill. Like there's the black tip shark, you know, and then there's like the nurse sharks and there's a few other ones, but a lot of those sharks are like, and then the most common one you're gonna see is the whale shark. But whale sharks are very fucking timid, and they don't have like they don't fuck with you. There's never once like, dude, whale sharks are the one shark that if you're a diver or you're snorkeling or scuba diving, you can actually be around them and they don't fuck with you. The only thing you got to look out for is like if they're turning, their fin might hit you because you get too close, but they're not attacking you. It's just you're getting hit by a big ass fucking animal that will like ring your bell because it's turning and it's a big ass fucking fin, you know? But I will say this though, when I was looking into that shit, there was what was that other shark called? There was one other shark that does come in the shallow water, and you will see it on occasion, but it supposedly there's never been a documented case, like never like a fatality. There's been like 2 documented aggressive, occurrences that have been documented down in Puerto Rico at these places you stay at, and it's only because these tourists, like I looked into the 2 events, and it's because these tourists went and sought out the shark, like they sought him out, like the shark's just chilling by himself in this reef. Just like, oh, look at my fish friends. I'm not attacking anybody. And then these fucking dumbass American tourists are like, look, honey, there's a fucking fish. Let's go over to it. Look at them pointy teeth. I wonder what they use that for. Let's poke them a little bit. And that's what they did. They poked
I like
them.
to imagine these Americans are like, holy shit, it's Shark Week, baby. They're filming over here. Let's go look at it.
Bro, I am going to fucking bring with me a big ass bucket of KFC. And I'm gonna be on my fucking beach on my fucking thing. My wife's gonna be next to me. She's not gonna want to deal with my ass doing this. And she's gonna be like, I don't know this fucking white ass American. And I'm gonna be like, oh god damn, Cletus, look at that, it's fucking Shark Week out there. Look at that big ass shark. Let's get in there and get a closer fucking look. And I'm gonna jump over there. I'm gonna be holding my big old tub of KFC. I'm gonna wear a hat that doesn't hold beer, not a beer hat. It's gonna be a honey mustard dispenser hat. And for my KFC, because you ever had KFC with fucking honey mustard? It's fucking dope, dude. It's fucking
If we can
dope.
switch out the KFC for Popeyes, I'm in. I'm on my way.
Popeye's chicken is freaking awesome.
If we can get honey mustard and then the other side just be gravy, now we're in fucking business, dude.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. To go get some Golden Chick with their spicy chicken strips.
Zing.
Dude, it's like so unhealthy. We ate Golden Chick like a couple weeks ago, the spicy stuff, and the seasoning that they put on that shit, it's got the spice, but it's like, dude, it's so much of it that it's like really salty too. And it's just like when I eat it, I'm like, it's delicious, but I can feel my heart palpitating. It's like it's starting to constrict, and I'm like, oh fuck yeah, my cholesterol. Let's go, baby. Let's raise it to the roof. Dude. What new level of fuckery can I get into for my health?
So speaking of health, every morning I have about a pint of celery juice with lemon water. The couple days ago, I actually had Popeyes, and my body did not like it at all. So once I had the celery juice, I had to run to the bathroom faster than anybody has ever ran in their life. I left a trail of fire underneath my feet. As I reached the porcelain throne, I unleashed hell into that toilet, into the sewer system up here in Arkansas. It is as if death came out of me. It was amazing.
Oh, hot damn. You might say that really is some hot damn.
It was some hot shit, baby. That's for sure.
You know what I used to do years ago? And it's actually true. Now, I think the information's a little misconstrued on how well it works. But I was attempting to make my own pre-workouts from scratch. I didn't want to buy a pre-workout, and mainly because I didn't trust what all they put in it, because a lot of pre-workout, products out there that they're not long-term tested. So you don't know what the long-term effects on it that to your heart and your nervous system are, or even your organs. So I started.
No, hold on. That's why you went full organic with it, right? You just put natural meth, natural cocaine in your pre-workout, and baby, you were going, dude.
Yeah, it's called
Never looked
robbing
harder in your life.
it's called robbing a pharmacy, my guy. It was great times.
And you were boofing it.
Dude, I boofed like a whole bunch of Adderall. I grounded that shit up in the powder for easy transitioning because I didn't want to put a whole pill in there. I didn't know what kind of damage it would do to the tissue inside my colon, my anal area. So I was like, let's do some powder with some water. That might work. And it was not a good time.
I went to speaking of boofing, I went to a doctor the other day, and they told me I was deficient on vitamin C, so they gave me this like 5,000 milligram packet to take twice a day. And so the vitamin C, the doctor was like, you can put it in drinks, you can rub it on your skin, you can drink it, you can also shove it up your butt. And I was like, what the fuck? Why would you even say that to me?
Wait, what kind of?
Of course I'm gonna do that.
May I ask what kind of vitamin C it was? Because it sounds like vitamin cock. Because he said to put it up your butt.
Brother, yeah. I really just got a prostate exam is what really happened.
With his cock. Oh my god. No, seriously though.
We are live.
So I used to take coconut oil. And because coconut oil naturally.
Where are you going with this?
No, I'm being serious. Like if you took like a I think it's like a tablespoon of coconut oil, right? And you were to put it in like a coffee or whatever, coconut oil by itself tastes fucking horrible. But if you were to
can you say that again? Can you say that word again?
Coconut oil?
Oil. You said oil. Coconut oil.
Man, bitch, get out of here. Coconut oil. Oil.
There you go.
Oil. God damn it, I say oil enough. I kind of want to go like take over a country and get their oil supply a little bit. Damn.
Yeah, the Americans coming out at me, buddy. I got to get over there.
Nah, it's more you got patriotism, bitch. Let's go. Wait, you got oil over there? Dude, I got like a whole bunch of guys with guns. Like, give me your shit.
I'm coming over there to take it right now.
Actually, I don't even have guys with guns. I got satellites with fucking lasers on it, bitch. Like, let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
I will do what was it, Project Bluebeam or whatever the fuck it was. Like, dude, you saw what I did to Hawaii, right? Like, I'm coming for your shit.
I was gonna say you thought Hawaii was bad. You can't wait to see what happens with the oil when it catches on fire.
Oh, but that's such a waste of resources. No, you're ruining the product. No. Anyways, in all seriousness, we kind of do that shit. Anyways, I'd rather be part of the winning team than the losing team, though. I'll tell you what, dude. Well, I'm just saying, would you rather be on their side getting fucked? I'm kind of happy being over here. Like, I'm not saying, like, I don't condone that kind of behavior, but I mean, I do have a really nice fucking house. I get to go down the street and buy things, and
the losing team isn't always the winner, right? Like 9/11, were we the winners or losers in that scenario?
We became the winners later on, dude. I tell you what,
like 5 years later.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked. We should probably change the subject here because people are gonna mix up. People listening are gonna mix up the satire I'm doing with being serious. So
I know
this is all the time, this is literally satire. Like oh, you can't make fun of people. Like yeah, kind of can. Like I do it all the time. Not saying I'm the best at it. Not saying I do it the most comedic way for everyone, but I do it what works best for me, and I have a great time every time I do it. Anyways, moving on. What I'm trying to say is the oil. I have a great
time every time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hell yeah, dude. What I'm trying to say is coconut oil. When you take a spoonful of it, it naturally like energizes you and wakes you the fuck up.
Yeah,
like I'm not kidding.
It does.
And so I started doing that. But what I learned the hard way about what coconut oil does to you when you mix it with coffee the first time, like the first few times. Oh boy, you want to talk about cleaning out the pipes? Damn. It's goddamn right. Dude, I'm so glad you saved that sound bit. But it's very accurate, dude. I was in the bathroom for like an hour, and it was just faucet time, my guy. And I was trying to work out too. Like I had a limited time because this is back when I lived in Kansas, and I was like, I had to be at work by like 6:30, and it was like, I got up at 3:30, and next thing I know, I'm in the bathroom till like 5:30. because my first time ever doing the shot of coconut oil, it just cleaned my pipes, dude. I was like, oh God.
Yeah, it's what they refer to as like an anal lubricant. It makes you fucking fly out of there faster than a slip and slide down a hill.
Whoa. I feel like you just described every whore I've ever heard of. Slip and slide, bro.
That's an interesting description. That's an interesting way to describe it.
Listen, dude, you get with that whore, you know it's gonna fall out a few times. Like maybe it won't fit. Nope, it's gonna fall out, bro. I'll tell you what. It's like throwing down a hot dog down a hallway, my man. Hot dog.
Speaking
down
of
a
hot
hallway.
dogs down a highway,
Highway? What the fuck? I said hallway, my man. Hallway. Hallway.
I like the idea of a hot dog down a highway. Just fucking throwing a hot dog across the highway. Like, yeah, now that's how big she is. What kind of stupid analogy is that? What kind of like fifth grader analogy is that? He's like, yeah, you said a hot dog down a hallway. What about a hot dog down a highway, Steven?
You know how we really do it? We test it by reverberation. Okay, we test it by if there's an echo. It's like, well, what if the bitch is loose enough that it's like there is no echo because the walls of her box are so far apart that it's just like, hello. And then you sit there and you're waiting, and then there's no comeback. Comeback, but it's gonna be come on her back, bro. I tell you what, dude, damn. Anyways, moving on. Oh, we just lost him. Show all participants. That's fine. I didn't want to talk to that asshole anyways. He's a piece of shit. He's got to get... There he is. Look at that. You know what? You should know all about it because of that mustachio. But you sit there and you act like you're better than me. You act like you're better than us. You're not better than us. You're better than no one because no one is you. So you got to be better than yourself. So how are you better than yourself, Evan? Please tell me. Please let TikTok livers know.
I am better than everybody in many ways.
Whoa.
I know, right? It's crazy. Sometimes the devil comes out of me.
Anyways, let's move on from this stuff. But no, the Puerto Rico thing, just so you know, yeah, I did look up some stuff, and I'm not going to lie, like, I did not show my wife half of the stuff because I know for a fact she's going to freak the fuck out. But that's like anytime you go to any beach or like, you know, like anything that's tropical, any ocean front, there's going to be a lot of hazards. There's going to be shit you got to watch out for. I think the biggest concern I have, I'm not even worried about the fish life. Like, I'm not even worried about sharks. Yeah, that's another thing, that the fire urchins down there, that's the dangerous shit. Because at first that was just for over there at St. John, because we were talking about we almost booked it for the Virgin Islands. But now it's like, whenever I was looking at Puerto Rico, they have the same thing, which is one of the things you gotta watch out for. They highly recommend you wearing fucking water shoes, like wearing something to protect your feet in areas that are not in the resort beach, right? Like when you're just on the outskirts of the resort beach, like going into the reefs, like the heavy reefs where you would snorkel or even swim, like it's still part of the resort, but it's away from these certain main beaches. You got to be careful because apparently there's fire urchins, and if you step on them bitches, you're fucked. Like you're going to the hospital. And it's not because like, oh God, if you don't go to the hospital, you're going to die. It's like, no, you have to go to the hospital because you're going to be in so much fucking pain, like so much pain, like severe pain. Of everything I've read about it, it was just like, you have to go to the hospital if you want the pain to go away, because they have to like pull the toxic, like venom, whatever the fuck it is that they produce out of the wound. And apparently it's like excruciating. Kind of want to test it. Kind of want to step on one, see what happens.
Who's the guy that tests all the bug bites? Is that Coyote Peterson?
Some of that YouTube dude.
Yeah, it's the guy who like takes all like the wasp stings and the ant bites and whatnot.
Yeah, he does. He only does land dwelling shit. I've never seen him do anything like fire urchins. I would want him to do that. We should. Yeah, yo. So if anyone's connected into that guy, tell him he needs to go sting. Like, just go step on one. Like, yeah. Like, tell him to go step on that bitch.
Dude, that's an awesome go fuck yourself moment. Like, go step on it, dude. Go step on it.
You think fire ants are fucking bad, dude? Go step on that fire ants and tell me what you think about it. I gotta know. I gotta know what the fuck's going on with it. Anyways, but no, I did not share majority of the things I came across with my wife just because I don't want to freak her out. Because she's one of those people, it's like, tell me about it once we're there. That way I don't try to back out of it. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Okay.
And
I see.
and which I get that logic. Like, you know, it's like I like the Han Solo type logic. Don't never tell me the odds. Like not until we're like
I'm the
doing
kind of
it.
person. I'm the kind of person where don't tell me at all. Don't tell me before. Don't tell me after. Don't tell me while I'm there. I just want to live in bliss about just like
The
not
ignorance.
Yeah. I just want to live in the non-dangers of the beach because I don't like the beach.
I know you
Personally.
don't, and that's fine. The beach isn't for everybody, man. Like I'm kind of weird. I love the beach, but I hate it all at the same time. I've never understood it. Like because ever since you told me about that, how you're like, I hate the beach. When I told you how me and my wife went to South Padre, a while ago,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh fuck the beach. But it was just like at the same time when I was down there, I was extremely paranoid the whole time I was in the water because one, South Padre is like got large hammerheads down there. Like that is like the top tier thing to worry about. You know how many, dude? I saw so many fucking sharks when I was down in Padre. Like I'm talking about big sharks, ones that will fuck you up. And I was still out in the water. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. See, no,
I retreated.
that doesn't sound relaxing. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Well, I never pointed it
Let's
out.
go to the beach to relax, and the entire time you're paranoid, looking around in the water, like, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Well, the reality is that like when you're in the beach, right? Let's say you're standing in like hip deep water, knee deep water, 3 foot, right? Well, when you're standing there and you're looking out, like I saw the fins and they were not. I know what dolphins look like. I know what dolphin fins look like. That was not a dolphin fin. It was a massive. Those were. I would bet money. I was assuming it was probably a hammerhead because it was very common to see it, especially how large these. Because how far away it was. It was like I would say like 80 yards, and it
wasn't a dolphin fin. It was a mutated child's fin just floating in the toxic waste of the fucking ocean.
You know, you probably have a thing there, you know? Like, you got a point. You got a point. There's a lot of weird shit down there. A lot of children go missing down there, too. Has nothing to do with the fact that it's at the border. Nothing. I'm not kidding about that part, because, people don't talk about that, but in South Padre, and this is a current thing that's going on right now. Let's talk about some current shit. How about that? Down in South Padre, right?
Like, hey, but before we get going on that, if you have all made it this far and you're listening, thank you so much for listening. First off, don't forget to like and subscribe and hang out with us. Follow us on all the platforms: Apple Music, TikTok, YouTube. Because you're probably already here listening to on YouTube. Check us out all over the place. If you leave us a comment, we'll probably read it. So feel free to go leave us a comment somewhere. That's pretty much all I've got for you. Let me see if I can find a comment here that I can respond to. We got Janie Cockley 2 days ago. She said, exactly.
Hell yeah, dude.
Somebody over on our
hey, something just happened here. Hey, something's going on with your voice.
Yeah, for some reason, something is messing up.
Yeah, it's trying to switch on you. But you're back to normal now. You're back to normal now.
That's peculiar. I wonder why that happened.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's because you got you're trying to plumb in multiple things into that mixer, and it probably just needs some finessing. You know what I mean? Like some strict finessing or something.
But yeah, if you've made it this far, thank you for listening. And so sorry for interrupting you, Ben. You can go right back ahead to where you were.
So basically, sorry. So yeah, so here's some current things that are going on, and I feel like a lot of people don't know about it. So like down in like South Padre area, and I'm only mentioning this because we were talking about tropical and places you can go and visit and stuff. So like down in South Padre, man, like you're like right there at the border. You're very close to the border of Mexico, which there's no problem with that. Like the locals down there, like when you're like I have never had a bad interaction with any of the locals down there. Like, don't get me wrong, if you're there on the island, like, having fun, you know, you still have to be cautious. I mean, it's still a party island with strangers, and you don't know if someone's an idiot and when they get drunk, because there's a lot of drunk people down there because they're partying. It just comes with the territory. But I've never had a bad interaction with anybody who is, Mexican or anything like that. If anything, I get along with Mexicans better than a lot. I grew up with them. Like, that dude, they're like my homies. I love them. Like, hands down. But the weird thing is that when you're down there is a weird shift in things. And I noticed it with Pam, my wife. And it was one of those situations where when you're not on the island, like when you're on the island, everyone gets along. Like when we were out late at night walking the beach, I think it was at like midnight because we were like I was like, we were walking because all the crazy crabs come out from the ocean itself. So it's not the sand crabs up on the beach. It's the big ones. They're yellow and they like move really slow and stuff. We came across a bunch of people, no white people. We were the only white people walking. It was just nothing but Mexicans partying, which is totally fine. Like I love them. But the thing is that when you're out there, not everyone's a good person. People do stupid shit. People will start thinking weird. And I can tell you right now, when we were walking that beach, there was a set of people that we came across that I was very cautious about. Mainly because, like, you can look at someone and you can see it in their fucking eyes that they're up to no good. The way they look at you and they're looking at everything else, like, something ain't right. It's like your fight or flight kicks in. And, I listen to my gut. My gut's never steered me wrong, except for when I decide to do things for myself. I usually fuck up a lot on that. But when it comes to other people, I'm usually very spot on. But no, man, there's a group of people I was very cautious about. It's like they didn't fit in. Like they weren't supposed to be there kind of vibe. Like it wouldn't surprise me because I always, later on, the reason I bring that up, and it has to do with what I'm talking about, is that after the fact, I found out that one of the things that happens in South Padre that for some reason the news doesn't broadcast, and I think they do it intentionally. They don't broadcast it because, one, it would probably deter people from going to Padre, and they need the money. So they probably don't report it. The people who run Padre, like the people, the state or city, whoever, the district is that takes care of it. And it's because basically people at night will come up there to rob people. They'll go up by boat. They'll come in by boat, from a different shoreline just down the way. They'll take it around and they'll come up and they'll in a tiny little boat, little motorboat. They'll come over there, and they'll breach it on the beach because it's, those little boats, you just breach them up on the beach and then you just push them back out in the water. You know what I mean? And they'll come out there and apparently, dude, the cases of people getting robbed, like, and there's like, I'm not kidding, like full on robbed at face to face if you're out, but then also, and you're secluded, but then also they'll come out and because like going farther down the beach line, you start running into more of the beach houses that are a little bit more solo. Like they're a little bit more spread apart from everything. So there's like less visibility if you were up to no good. And apparently those places get robbed a lot. Like, and people will be dead asleep. They don't give a fuck. They'll break right in even though you're asleep inside your little beach house. And they're armed. But dude, there are a lot of cases. Like a lot. Just last year alone in 2023, there was over 32 cases that are documented by the police.
Oh Christ!
But it's not broadcast. Like, why the fuck isn't that being talked about? Like, that's a big fucking deal. But no one talks about it, and so it's just really weird. But like, and then going into more of the current standings with South Padre, like, dude, people are coming, like illegal immigration, all that stuff. They come around on boats and they breach on the island, and then they pretend to be, people who are on the island partying. And then that's how they get into the United States. They'll do it that way because it's easier to get through. They're bypassing a whole bunch of shit. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's still a very big challenge because, like, you still have Coast Guard. You still have people who are monitoring, like, that imaginary line in the ocean between the borders. But that's actually pretty fucking easy to get through when it's the middle of the night and you're on a tiny little boat that's very quiet. Oh, yeah. Like, I can see how you can get by that, pretty simply. Especially if it's right near a big tourist attraction, where people are partying and all that stuff. But yeah, that's an ongoing thing down there, man. You just got to be careful. I'm surprised that people don't talk about it. That's what scares me, is the fact that like no one advertises that or talks about it.
Well, they might talk about it in the Puerto Rican news. They probably don't talk about it in the U.S. news because it's not like an effective.
Well, not Puerto Rican. We're talking about South Padre, man.
South Padre, you're right. Yeah,
I'm talking about South Padre. I'm talking about right down here in Texas at the southern tip. Like that's what I'm talking about. It's Padre, man. So it's just like I get why they don't, because I guarantee if that number got out, I would bet money, like if that was publicized, widely, I bet you it would deter. They would lose business. They would lose a lot.
They would definitely lose business. That's a fair point. They're probably trying to brush it under the rug, right? Like don't look at the boats. Look at the wall, the actual land border, not the water border. Keep an eye somewhere else.
Oh yeah, and you know, and the thing is that when you're in Padre, to all the listeners out there, if you've never been to Padre, Padre's not the cleanest island to be on. Don't get me wrong, the beaches are beautiful down there. It's got that emerald water. The beach itself is really pretty, but the island itself, like when you go and eat food or go to like a gas station or a store or whatever,
old beat up the old
oh
town.
dude, it's so beat up and nasty. Like like I'm not kidding, man. It's dirty.
It's from like 30 to 40 years of people from like America going down there to party their asses off, destroy the place. That's exactly what it's from.
Oh yeah, and then just one last tidbit, and then I'll completely drop the whole South Padre thing. But one last thing is that when we took our boat ride, so we went snorkeling, and I got to swim with a shark. A little baby shark came over. I don't know what type of sand. I'm assuming it was a sand shark. It was awesome, because he didn't like anybody else, but he liked me. He like chilled with me, dude. Like it was cool. But anyways, so basically when you're on the boat and you're like going to this snorkeling spot, you're seeing a massive part of the island. Like you're seeing all these different beach houses, dude. Almost all of these beach houses were so disgusting and falling apart. Like you couldn't even stay in them. Like they were completely shut down, and they were like trying to fix them, quote unquote. But the thing is, they weren't fixing the parts that really needed it. They were fixing more of just the cosmetics of the house itself. They weren't doing the docks that they were attached to, because each one of these had docks, like their own dock front for that beach house. So you could have your own boat. And those docks were disgusting, dude. Like we're talking rotted out, falling apart. It's like, whoa, they're not even attempting to fuck with that. They don't give a fuck about it. It's like, that's kind of that's a big deal. You should probably clean that up, but it's nasty, dude. Like some of these homes, you'll see like trash just laying out everywhere, and like it's just gross. South Padre is not a place you want to take your family to. If you want to go and just party and get fucked up, yeah, sure, go. You have a great time. You will. You'll have a fun time, but don't take your family down there. Don't take your kids.
No, it's not a family town anymore. It used to be many years ago, but for like spring breakers, they sort of ruined the place.
Oh yeah. But you know, I feel like that's you'll find that everywhere, but it's really heavily concentrated in South Padre. But let's move on from that. Do you have anything? I have a few different fun things I want to share that are some odd current stuff going on, but I want to give the floor to you for a moment. I figured you got some things you want to say.
Yeah. I mean, there are a few things here that I have found over the past week of researching that are pertinent on my mind. But before I get into that, I recently went to a mall, and I forgot how fun malls were, you know. I don't know if you've been to one recently or have even considered it, but like the grandiose stuff, they're huge, beautiful like buildings, right? And the business lights are on and things are going crazy. It's like up here in the area of where I'm living, it's still like an outdoor small business type of town where people want to go spend their monies with companies around. And it made me feel like I was back in the 90s where their arcades were open and the Gap was there and all these fun places.
Nice.
Do you remember going to malls at all growing up?
Dude, I lived at the malls for a long time. Malls were a thing.
Yes.
Now they're pretty much dead.
Did you ever make it into like the back rooms of the malls or anything? Like go to where you're not supposed to?
Yeah. I got in trouble a lot, so I saw that a lot. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. My parents used to just drop us off there and be like, "All right, free daycare. Here you go. Here's $50, $20. Go buy food and just don't get into trouble." But we would always get into trouble. That's just what you do. You'd meet up there with your friends, and you would be calling your girlfriend or talking to her on Friday. Like, go to the mall on Saturday. I'll see you there.
Oh yeah, that's why I love the movie Mallrats, Kevin Smith's movie.
Yes.
Mallrats. That's why I loved it so much, because whenever Jay and Silent Bob, like the whole dynamic that they had at the mall, like I was just like, oh my god, that's me and my buddy, like that, or me and my friends. Like we were like oh my god, like I relate to Jay and Silent Bob so much in this film, because that's literally
the mall.
What it was.
The malls where I first smoked a cigarette. That we were all just hanging out outside, just like not knowing what to do because we weren't allowed in the mall anymore, and the bunch of like the punk, like mean, bad kids are outside and smoking cigarettes by the dumpsters, and we hung out with them for a little while because we weren't allowed inside, and that's when we smoked cigarettes for the first time.
Yeah, in the mall. It's funny you say that and you bring up smoking a cigarette for the first time at the mall. I was like 14 years old, and that was the first time I came face to face with actual meth, like legitimate meth, like someone dealing it and stuff.
Christ.
We had like snuck into one of the back hallways where you're not supposed to be. And, of course, they got cameras in there. They know you're in there. That's why they all of a sudden, the security shows up out of fucking nowhere all of a sudden. They know you're there. Us being 14, we're like, oh, we're sneaky. We outsmarted the cameras. But what we failed to realize is that they had so many fucking cameras in there that there was no hiding from it. It's because we were young and stupid. But no,
it's someone's job just to watch those cameras for idiots like you to actually go do that. I did the same exact thing, though. I did the same exact thing. That's where I'd go and kiss my girlfriend. But
hello.
It never really worked out because we would start going at it, and then immediately the security guard would be like, dude, get the fuck out of here.
You ruined my heavy petting experience. How dare you? No.
Exactly.
I almost got the second base, you son of a bitch.
Hey, Mom. Sorry again.
He's not sorry, Mom. Can your mom hear me? No one can hear me right now?
No one can hear you right now.
Aw, I thought you had the AirPod in, so that way
I did, but it fell out, and I didn't put it back in.
Oh, that's real mature. Anyways, so basically, that was the first time I ever encountered like legitimate meth. Like, and how it happened was that we snuck into that hallway. We were going through, and it was like an access, kind of shaft, only it was a hallway. And only this one, we thought it was like a maintenance thing. Turns out it was actually the emergency access hallway. So like the moment you're like, the only place that it goes to is for like emergency exits and then like takes you out of the building. And it like kind of like goes down below the mall because it was like below. It like it literally went down at an angle and then it went back up and then you were outside the mall going out of some weird access door that wasn't even attached to the main building. And that was at the Collin Creek Mall here in Texas. I know that place. And that's where I ran, like, because went in there and then we came across some people at the end that weren't near cameras because at the exit, there's like no cameras down there and they didn't have like the sensors and alarms. They didn't work for like, oh, someone just opened an emergency door. Like they didn't work at the exit. So like when we were going down, all of a sudden there was like a couple of guys down there. We're like, oh shit, like what are these people? And there's like, hey man, blah, blah, blah. Like, because they're older, man. They're like in their 30s or some shit. And we were like 14 and dude like literally just pulled out meth, like in a bag, big old bunch of rocks and shit, and, like trying to get us to buy it and try it with them.
The fuck?
Oh yeah, dude. We were like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm good, dude. Like, I don't.
Yeah, like I'm so okay. You have no teeth and you have scratch marks all over your arms.
Yeah.
I'm so okay, actually.
Oh yeah. And I'm now that I'm an adult, I know what to look for like heroin addicts. Oh yeah, dude. They all had like one guy had like straight up the stereotypical like injection marks on their arms and shit. Like it wasn't scabs. Like I was like, oh my god. Like the fact that I was 14, unattended, and doing stupid shit, like being able to wander like that. It's like I don't know how I got away with not getting fucked up. You know what I mean?
Well, those homeless junkies usually freak you the fuck out. You see them, you're like, oh god, I don't want to do anything you're doing. I don't want to be anywhere near you. You're fucking scary looking, dude.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of malls, did you hear what happened last week or in the past couple weeks? So this is a current thing going on. So the North Park Mall here in Texas.
I know it.
It's one of the upscale malls, right? Or at least it was the Gucci upscale mall back in the 90s. Like you only went there if you were loaded, like plain and simple, dude. You did not go to that mall if you were poor. Like no, malls are always expensive, but like you did not go. That mall was for wealthy people, hands down, because that was the whole point of it. It was in the upscale area, and you go in there, had these really rare stores that you would only find in like other major cities like
talking
New
Louis
York
Vuitton.
and
It has Louis Vuitton. It's got the fancy dining luxury collection things. It's got art galleries in there. Yeah, it's a fancy place.
So that mall just announced, like it got leaked, So the mall refinanced its debt to revamp the mall, and they are now. Guess how much they refinanced to redux that mall to make it like
I have no idea.
current so that way it never goes away. Almost $500 million. It's like
Damn,
dude. They financed.
I just looked it up. It's $650 million.
Yeah, just over $500,000, dude. $500,000 in the North Park Mall. It's like holy shit. Like I mean, malls were kind of phasing out, but I mean, I don't know. Like I just can't believe they put themselves in that much fucking debt. You know what I mean?
That one's not been phasing out. That one has been still popping off. I went to it about 2 years ago, and they're doing new construction, putting in new businesses and different things like that. That one's not going away anywhere.
Yeah, I found that out about that mall. It was kind of weird because like you know a lot of malls around the anywhere pretty much. Like
they have a grocery store in it. That's why.
No shit. There's a grocery store.
Yeah, they have a grocery store, and there's like actual places to go eat to have good food. It's not like they have your typical food court with fucking Sbarros.
You know, and that the North Park Mall also has like inside the mall, not the area like because when you're outside the North Park Mall, there's like it's such a high end area that like there's like the whole point of that mall is set up that on the outskirts of it. And this is an indoor mall for people who don't know anything about North Park Mall in Dallas. It's an indoor mall, but outside the mall they have it set up to where how it's interacted into the city, you walk around. You're supposed like you walk around. There's other places to eat outside the mall where it's like it's meant for people to be out there on foot, riding scooters, riding bikes, all that stuff, all throughout the heavy city for like you know all that crap. So it's like
that's cool.
It doesn't surprise me that it's that it never phased out. I mean, it was a very high end area.
I'm excited for what they can make. If they got $650 million to revamp it, they're going to make it futuristic and modern. That's going to take like 10 years though, but
well, they do.
It's going to be pretty cool.
Well, they've had like in the North Park Mall, I know that they have like these really high end like hair salons and barbershops and like treatment centers for different things. So it's just like I know that those locations, those businesses in there, they're like some of the top tier ones you can go to in North Texas. And I know that they'll like
Armani,
that.
AG,
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me that they never skipped a beat or didn't die off. You know, it's not like the other malls. Like you go to Town East Mall in Mesquite, bro. Fuck out of here. Fuck that fucking piece of shit ghetto ass mall. Yeah, no shit. They got Gap. Oh, they have a Journeys. Oh my god, Journeys. Fuck Journeys. Even like Hot Topic's gayer and shit now. Hot Topic sucks.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, Hot Topic used to be cool back in the day. I used to get my 9 Inch Nails and decals and patches there, but they stopped selling all those products. They now sell really gay stuff, like really just gay stupid shit. And when I say gay, I'm not talking about gay homosexuality. I'm saying gay like it's lame. That in that use of the word, it's just lame and stupid. Yeah, the Hot Topic's downhill. I miss old Hot Topic, bro. I want to get my studded belt again, my guy. Rock that studded belt, bro.
I miss Spencer's.
Spencer's is still kicking, but Spencer's is like contorted itself. Now it's like become this sexual parody yet serious fetish type store.
I know. I miss what it once was. It was like looking at it like, oh, you don't go in there. It's gross. You talk about wieners and boobies. You don't go in there.
Oh my god. That's actually where I went and bought the greatest gifts ever for a gay person's party. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
I know you're not. Why would you lie about that?
Hey man, you know, my wife was all paranoid that my gifts that I bought for the white elephant at this Christmas party that was hosted by 2 gay people, and everyone at the party was homosexual, lesbian, gay, what didn't matter. Like they were all there. Me and my wife were the only straight people at that fucking party. And it was hilarious because the gifts I bought, everyone fought over. Everyone fought over them. They were all fucking like going to town trying to get it. And what I purchased was a giant, and this was supposed to be as a joke, but man, they took it as a joke, but they also took it serious. They're like, oh, hot damn, I want that. I'm not kidding. Bought a 10-inch dildo, rainbow dildo, as one of the parody gifts. And I also bought a massive glamour butt plug. Like I'm talking about like a bitch that's like that big around, dude. And they were
Holy
fighting them.
fuck.
Yeah, dude, it was a joke. It was supposed to be a joke, and
Yeah, of course.
they fought over it, dude. The lesbians got the dildo at the end. I'm like, well, no shit. Every lesbian just wants something like a dick put in them. They pretend like they just want the taco. Nah, they want a hard fucking dick. That's why they fought over the dildo. And then on top of that, the glamour plug, dude, the people who walked away with that giant glam that they would shove up their ass was these two black gay dudes. And I was like, makes sense. Like, makes sense. Fuck it.
They probably buy it just to put it like on display with all their other collection. They're like, and this is my rainbow double-sided one. It's much too big for us to use, but it's fun to look at. And this is our gigantic butt plug. Nobody's ever going to use this, but
I would say that what you said is true. Is probably for decoration, but I got confirmation as of last Christmas.
oh, I don't want to know.
No. You want to know.
I
You want
barely
to
want to know about
know.
your sexual escapades.
Me? I don't. Yeah, this has nothing to do with me, man. So we got invited to another Christmas party hosted by the same people, right? So pretty much all the same people were at the Christmas party the year before were there, who fought over the sexual toys, and when we were there, I saw the lesbian couple that got away with the dildo, right? And I was just like trying to make conversation because I was like trying not to be weird or awkward. And I was like, so how'd that gift work out last year? And the one chick is actually related to the person who's hosting the party. And she was just like, and she's lesbian or whatever. And she was just like, she's a very very blunt, very transparent. And she was just like, she's like, oh, it was great. Still use it. It's awesome. I was like, well, hot damn, good for you. And then, and then since that other people around, one of the dudes, I guess he has a different boyfriend now, was there with a different guy though this year, but he was the one who made away with that glam for the booty hole. And he just piped up. He was just like, yeah, I still have it, man. Like, we still use it. I was like, damn, I don't really. Oh, hell yeah, dude. I was just like, I don't want to know that. I don't want to know any of this. But at the same time, I kind of do because it's funny. And I'm just like,
it is funny.
I was like, damn, I know what to buy gay people from now on. Just buy them fucking. I know the
sex
perfect
toys.
sex toys. Like, I guess that's what they all want, deep down.
Isn't that what everybody wants? Everybody wants a sex toy. They're too ashamed to admit it. They have stigmas against like pocket pussies and things for men. Like, man, come on. Why can't women have dildos and men can't have anything? We have urethra sounding. That's all we fucking got.
I will say this though. I'm not into sex toys. I'm never like, it's not that I'm against anyone having them. Like, oh, go ahead, suit your, like, if you're into that, go do it. Like, if that's what helps you out. But I've never been someone who ever had a desire for it. Ever.
I don't know how we got here. Maybe through Spencer's, but
no, we're talking about current things. This is current, man. Sexuality is a current trend that's always going on. Always.
Okay, well, I have some downer news. Time to bring it to the downer.
Why are you bringing? Oh, come on. Let's go. Bring us down a peg. Not a peg for, you know what I mean. Not the pegging. We're not talking about that. Let's bring it down a notch. Not the fun
pegging.
Is there a fun pegging? I don't think there is, dude. Like,
some people find it fun, Ben. You may not find it fun, but somebody finds it fun. That's why it's a thing.
I think it'd be fun if you see it happen to a rapist and you're like, yeah, bitch, that's what you get. That's fun. That's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be good.
And then you cut their fucking balls off because they're rapists. Fuck those pieces of shit.
I still don't want to watch that, but yeah, I mean.
I do. I want them to suffer and feel humiliated that they're getting pegged. And then I want to see them get their balls cut off. And I want them to know jerk I off see to it too. Dude, I'm so jazzed up right now. Like, you have no idea.
You're going to get cuckolded at the fucking rapist raper.
Oh, dude. Anyways, bring us down a notch. Let's go. Bring on the negativity. Let's go. I'm ready.
So 4 years ago at the World Economic Forum, the WEF, the founder of it, Klaus Schwab, talked about immortality through AI and human conjoining. And I have a clip of it here that I can share. It's not really scary or rough. It's just like unfortunate sounding.
Would you rather just explain it, or do you want us to watch the video? Is it going to be something that's going to get us copyrighted? That's the big thing.
Probably. But
I don't want us to get copyrighted because it will fuck us.
Oh well, I think it's
You know what
better
I
if you
mean?
hear it. I guess.
Yeah, at least just let's. Can you play the audio through your deal?
Yeah, I'm gonna scroll down. I'm gonna scroll down.
Yeah, if there's any way you can play the audio, that would be best because I just don't want it. I just don't want to get copyrighted, man. Every time that happens, it fucks us over really bad. And I'm not trying to we're not stealing the shit anyways. We're just trying to spread the word. Like, hey, we heard about this.
I think it's only like a 2-minute clip, but it always gets copyrighted. You're absolutely right. I don't know how I can just do the audio.
What you can do is you can play
see.
it. I can switch to your stream. You can play it, but then you minimize it or block out the video itself.
Will that work?
Yeah, I can switch the stream just to, just minimize it and just make sure you don't have anything else back there you don't want anyone to see.
No, yeah, nothing's bad on my screen. So.
I'll edit it and put some type of graphic over or some shit. You know what I mean?
At this point.
What's this point?
That way you can find it in the editing faster.
Oh, that doesn't do me any good.
Just a really one loud peak.
Well, are you gonna share are you streaming it or what?
I'm already streaming. I've been streaming.
I'm not seeing it at all. There it is.
I was like, say it's not your first time doing this. Come on,
right, go. Play it. I'll just keep it on me so it doesn't do it.
Which allowed mass production.
I can barely hear it, bro. I can barely hear this.
Starting of the computer age.
I can barely hear
the digital era. And now
it's so quiet.
The industrial revolution is not just a prolongation.
Yeah, I'm giving up on this already.
This digitalization, it's much more.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
it's a combination of
dude. It's dead quiet.
That's a shame. Yeah, he's talking about it in a very candid fashion of just to grow forward as a civilization, we need to consider AI technology and how it impacts our humanity.
Yeah.
And soon they will need to be combined to create one being. So he goes on to say that there's a few other interviews with him and a few of the things that he's talking about where he expects to have human and AI collaboration for immortality and for a long form lifespan.
Yeah. And then what is, can you email me the link? Because I'll put that link in the description so people will go watch it for themselves. Yeah. No, I that's creepy though. It's a little creepy. Wouldn't you think?
Email it to you, he said.
Wouldn't you think it's creepy?
Yeah. I think it was only a matter of time, but the fact that this is 4 years old and not really anybody has seen this video, it's only got 90,000 views, and he blatantly is just we're going to do this. It's we are working on it.
I want to say something else about how you're saying that. No, many people have seen that video. We learned firsthand. So we got to do on a previous episode, which is already aired, which is with Greg Vesna, CEO of Hydrofuel and founder of the political party in Canada called NODA. I think it's called NODA. Yep. Or is it called NODA? NOTA? None of the above. Yeah, none of the above party. We got restricted pretty heavily on that. Because we touched on his political party just for a moment in this interview, just because we were talking about him, right? So we were interviewing this Greg, which shout out to Greg. I love that guy so much. Great guy. I love him so much, and I really want to do another podcast with him. And his wife. His wife was wonderful, because they have such an interesting family history, and I really want to talk to them again. But basically, we got labeled when we tried to push the episode out to help. We wanted people to hear it because he's an interesting guy. He's got some cool shit going on that has to do with energy and how it's the tech that he's working on and they're trying to develop and push out there, and they have developed a lot of it. But basically, he had mentioned in the episode that he was being they silenced him. They're silent. They censor him out. And I learned firsthand that that's exactly what's happening. Anything that his name's on is getting censored. And they labeled us. They labeled the episode as we were. What was the wording on it? It was basically saying that we were spreading propaganda, essentially, on affecting another country's election, like election propaganda. And I was like, what the fuck? We didn't even talk about election shit. We touched on his party. It was just sort of like what made you want to start the party type thing. But other than that, we didn't even dive into his party all that much. Like, it was mainly about hydrofuel and all that stuff, and it had nothing to do with the elections. Like, we didn't do any of that type of talk, but yet we got labeled as that on the episode. So if we tried to push the episode out, no one would push it. It wouldn't allow
it
us.
just kept getting blocked and blocked and blocked.
Yep. And then I said we
found
kept
one of the-
violating policies and all this stuff. And it's like, we're not violating shit. Like, what the fuck is this? Anyway, sorry. I always wanted to make sure to say that because, it's kind of relevant, to all that stuff.
Absolutely. I mean, ours got blocked, and I don't know if theirs got blocked, but they probably didn't want everybody to see it. That being said, there is this quote that I found of him. It says, but this is Klaus Schwab, the founder of WEF. He says, but since the next step could be to go into prescriptive mode, he's talking about having AI run technology, because he's previously stated that technology now is the digital technologies mainly have an analytical power, but we need to go into a predictive power. So in that prescriptive mode, which means you do not even have to have elections anymore because you can already predict the prediction.
Yeah.
Why do we need the election? Because we will know the results. Can you imagine such a world where technology is pretty much just picking all of the president leaders, or rather the no need for one, because we would just have the AIs?
Well, I'd like to say, if that technology, it's like what we've said before, if technology like that is just now becoming publicly known, then they've had it going for a while. Like, at least 20 years. The rule of thumb has always been 20 years now at this point. So, like, we're always, like, averagely across the board. I mean, obviously there's outliers. It just depends on what tech we're talking about. But overall, on a generic level, we're about 20 years behind the curve of what they really have going. And by the time we get it, you know what I mean? So that kind of, the fact that you're bringing that up and saying all that, like, it's just like, okay, well then, has that already been happening?
Oh, this is a 4-year-old document, right? So it's
that's
a 4-year-old document.
That's 4 fucking years old?
Yeah, it's 4 years old. So they've been doing this. Like, it's already happening.
Dude, that's 4 fucking years old. Oh yeah. That's scary shit. That's really scary shit.
That brings into effect the microchip that Elon Musk is trying to produce in mass quantity, which he has just done a human test on, and it's working. So
that bothers me a little bit. That bothers me so much.
Put them together. If you have an AI technology overlord plus the microchips in everyone's brains, the AI can just tell you what to think, and no longer will you have to think about anything. You can just you just exist.
And spring like
BlackRock said, BlackRock said, you will own nothing and be happy about it. You will have nothing and be happy, right? So they're hive mind brainwashing us.
Speaking of brainwashing and hive mind and all that stuff, well, I'm gonna bring up one tiny thing for a second, and then I'm gonna move on from it. Because there's a couple of I have some very odd and weird stories that have been happening around the world, like right now, like within the past month, and I want to share. But speaking of this, the going off of what you were talking about, I want to bring up Bitcoin real quick. So I have a theory, it's more of a conspiracy theory. I think Bitcoin was a cover. I think it's all a lie. I think it was intentionally put in place as a way to create a frenzy about it. And I know a lot of people will say otherwise. They're going to think I'm wrong about everything, because it's like, well, you can use it in some stores to pay for groceries. true. I'm not, I already know that's happening.
That's what I've said to you.
I know. You've said, well, I've had other people tell me about it too. Like, you know, they'll bring that up, right? And I know it's happening. Like, I'm not saying that it's not real. My thing is that there's been things I've been diving into, and there's things that I've gotten information on, which I will tell you off camera of how I got it. That has literally made me go, oh my God, this is scary, because it seems that Bitcoin was taking at its fruition. They took it. Someone else got their hands on it intentionally. That is a very big conglomerate, and they've been pulling the strings on it ever since to get people, the common person, really behind it as a way to pretty much really seal the deal, to make it seem as if this is the future, just to strip it away. It's going to get stripped away.
Anybody who's in the industry and like does any sort of cryptocurrency, anything like that, knows that Satoshi Nakamoto is a CIA spoof. It's a really fucking known thing. It's a pseudonym for somebody else. He didn't exist.
Yep.
It's the CIA making the Bitcoin. It's a really well known thing that they're trying to make another currency.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the front I'm talking about. That's the front. So some of the stuff I've come across, this is all conspiracy theory. So just in this last I'll say of it, but basically the whole front is to get you to be a part of this new layout of currency. And then also in the narrative part of it, you know, the conspiracy side is to pretty much make everyone think what you were just saying, just for everyone to stop investing into the currency we have now, where it has to do with our normal currency, and then take away the Bitcoin, like, and completely strip it away all of a sudden out of nowhere. But then you've lost the main currency we use now, because they've been taking all of that in. They've been leaching out and pulling more. So now it's to get you to think we're going to go onto a new currency, to strip you away from our current currency so they can take control of it and then push you back onto it, for literally the whole point of a social credit system.
Yeah.
And Bitcoin will not, there's not going to be a new launch. That's part of the conspiracy, right? The conspiracy I'm talking about is there's not going to be a new release of a currency or a new banking system. They're keeping what they already have. They're just trying to get us to get away from it, so that way they can go in, take over more of it, and then strip away what you moved to out from under your feet and force you back to what we already use, but you have no control over anymore. None.
Well, I'm interested in what you have to tell me off camera, because if you can't tell me on camera, that's I'm interested in that. But that is a teaser for everybody here listening, huh?
Yeah, I want to run it by you before I say it on camera, because I want you to tell me if I even should. My gut tells me I shouldn't, so I just want to run. I'll run it by you later. Anyways, let's move on from that.
So Klaus Schwab also talks about the fourth industrial revolution, 4IR, if you will.
Yeah.
Is the next phase of the is the next phase of the digitization of the manufacturing sector. It's talking about IoT, the Internet of Things, robotics, virtual reality, artificial intelligence, and AR, just becoming a modern way of living, and also with the human-machine interaction and improvements in robotics. We're in the midst of the fourth industrial revolution. The last one happened in 1969 with information technology and things of that nature. So we're in the midst of the newest one possible. And it's going to be fucking crazy to see in the next 10, 15 years where we end up.
Oh, yeah, for sure. You mind if I share some really odd stories going around the world? They're kind of funny.
Yeah, I got a pee, so I'll be right back.
All right, cool. So some odd things going around the world right now. So apparently a group of two Ohio women propped up a dead man in a car, and they were caught trying to withdraw cash from a bank by propping up this dead guy in the car, and I guess apparently his bank account. And they got caught doing it, and it's very similar to the movie, to the narrative that was going on in the movie Weekend at Bernie's. So that I thought that was a really weird fucking thing to come across. Another one is a Japanese school principal loses his job, and how he lost his job was because basically for overfilling his coffee mug. Which is no joke. That's what caused it, because they're like anal retentive. They got some weird shit going on in Japan for how they like their punishment system. So yeah, that's literally why he lost his job. There's obviously some buildup previous to that, but it had to do with social cues and interactions he's doing. Hence the social credit score bullshit. So he lost his job because of that. And other narratives of that nature, you know, other situations. Silly shit. Like, oh my God. The next one is researcher. So a researcher trapped in a medieval tower managed to escape using only eyeliner and a cotton swab, which a lot of people are saying this is the real life MacGyver kind of skill. Apparently he was trapped in some medieval tower, and he used literally eyeliner and a cotton swab in order to get out of it. And that's like MacGyver shit. Like, oh, hell yeah, dude. A singer was fired from a punk band after attempting to steal the bassist's fiance by dosing him with estrogen.
Yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, so the lead singer was like, he's like, oh, dude, I want your girl, but you're too manly for me, and she is into, you know, you because you're more manly, so I'm gonna start fucking dosing you with estrogen to make you have bitch tits and stuff. I mean, A forever, dude. Like, hell yeah. You fucking pussy, look at the bitch tits. Like, oh my God. And then the last one is that they held, get this, so in West Virginia, a neighborhood held a solemn candlelight vigil to say goodbye to the last of the state's Hooters restaurant location.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like, oh goddamn, Hooters is leaving. All them girls in the weird, you know, outfits that, you know, were there for the boobies and stuff, and they're taking it away. It's the last one. We got to pay our respects with some candlelight. And so they did. You missed the first one, my man, 'cause you stepped out to pee. The first one, I'm going to repeat it. So 2 women in Ohio were caught trying to withdraw cash from a bank by propping up a dead man in their car. And it was the dead man's bank account. Yeah, no joke. That literally happened like 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago. And the thing about it was that fits a scene from a movie called Weekend at Bernie's. So they tried to pull a Weekend at Bernie's. They got caught.
Oh my God, I wonder how old the dead body was.
I'd hope it's fresh, because I've explained why they got caught so quick. It's like, hey, that's a skeleton, like, hey, with rotting flesh. Like, what the fuck?
They're trying to use the bones to press the fingerprint button on the ATM. Like, why isn't it working?
And no, they just try to say like, no, he's just got C19. C19.
C19.
I'm not saying the full word for the letter C, because it will get us flagged, and they'll put us in an algorithm for that shit. But C19, that's what their excuse was. Oh, he's got C19. Like, oh my God. The zombie virus. No, he could have just said he had rabies. Why not? Why not?
Why not?
I'll let you take the floor because I have to go pee as well. So why don't you go ahead and take the floor, my man? The camera's on you. Don't let the listeners out.
Hello, listeners. Hello, it's me. I don't know what you want to talk about. I don't know what I want to talk about, other than just that bizarre news he was going on about. I really like the fourth revolution idea, the fourth industrial revolution, that is, and I'm going to try to talk as fast as I can to see how long and how many words I can get in there, because you know what? I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just walking through life here, y'all. Just existing in the space, trying to figure out what to talk about, how to get y'all's attention, how to get my attention, and just trying to get on and move on to move along, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm feeling? You know how we all live, how we all breathe. You know how life goes. How are my women doing out there? How are my men doing out there, huh? Everybody staying up on their vitamins, up on their food, they're exercising properly. Is everybody doing okay? Please leave in a comment if you get this part, because Ben ain't going to hear it. Make sure that you know that I see you, I hear you. If you leave a comment, I'm loving on you. I'm going to send you some love from my way to your way. We're all in this together. It's a scary, scary place out there. So keep up your head, keep up the life, keep it up, keep going, keep pushing, keep fighting. One more time, one more time, one more time. You know what I'm saying? Got to keep going. Got to keep pushing. Because that industrial revolution is right around the corner, baby, and they're going to industrialize us. We're going to become the next machine, baby. Maybe not my generation, but maybe the next generation. They're going to be taking them young men, them young women, them young children, turning them into robots, baby. Turning their brains into robot mush, bits and ones, binary, hexadecimal. You know what I'm talking about, right? All that jazz, all that hoopla, all that beep boop bop, send them into space as robots. Talking about Krang. Now that's from TMNT. That's not what I'm talking about. Talking about the Star Trek people that are half robot, half people, half sentient beings, half organic material. I don't know what I'm talking about. I think I've seen like 5 episodes of Star Trek. I'm more of a Star Wars buff myself, but there ain't no Klingons in Star Wars, baby. There ain't nothing going on there. If we got anything happening, make sure you're staying strong. Leave a comment in the comment section below. I'll read it. I'll leave a comment, a happy one for you. If you're having a hard time, reach out. We got your back. Send us an email at smartlyuneducated@gmail.com, baby. We'll come up and support you.
Oh yeah, we most
don't know.
definitely will. We will
How
always
long have you
support
been here?
I just sat down. I don't even know what the fuck is going on right now. I just sat down.
I've been rambling on and on and on and on.
Oh yeah. Oh, real quick though, I want to. There was another current thing going on. If I'm not interrupting anything,
No.
that I'd like to
right
share.
ahead.
So
I was just word of mouth of going for it.
all right. So basically, this is from the. I knew you were talking about the World Economic Forum earlier as well, but I've got some from the World Economic Forum. And this is for once I came across an article that is very unbiased and just saying it how it is, and I love it. And it's titled "A Pessimistic Global Outlook," and basically, what it's saying is that in our current times, right now, in 2024, that we are basically we are plagued by like a duo of dangerous crises, right? Climate and conflict. But the problem is that everyone is so lost. Like they're literally saying that there's so much misinformation going on about climate and conflicts that are going around the world that everyone's really misinformed and just lost. And there's all these like extreme narratives getting pushed. And this is coming from the World Economic Forum. And usually they're very to a point on something, like one side or the other on a particular topic. But this is the first time I've ever seen them say this. Like where they're just like pretty much like, meh, we're fucked. Like we're so misinformed and there's no way to navigate this bullshit anymore. And that just tells me right there that everything me and you have talked about before when it comes to like, global warming or the climate or the, or like conflicts in other countries like Russia and Ukraine or the stupid Israel bullshit going on with like Hamas and, in Gaza and Israel and like crap. Like there's so much misinformation about all that stuff that it's the only information coming out is like it's either pro this side or pro that side. There's nothing really peeling back the layers, on mainstream wise to show that this is not a black or white thing when it comes to climate, war conflicts, relations all around the world. And it's just like, for the first time, someone's actually being honest. That's pretty nice. I actually enjoyed that. It's like, hey, let's keep this trend going. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to say that. Like, there's not like there's not really a whole lot. Like, I could read this whole thing, but that's all they're saying. That's all they're saying in it.
Yeah.
And they're just like literally going like, dude, like, meh, we're fucked. Like,
man, yeah, it just reminds me that humans are becoming really irrelevant. More and more and more, right? The science and the technology that's being pushed to obviously tell us what's going on, and people are just ignoring it.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's so difficult nowadays to tell what is real and what is fake, that anything could be real, anything could be fake.
Oh yeah.
That it just drives people in opposite directions and in hatred, and nothing is ever going to be this is correct anymore or this is incorrect. It's all going to be who fucking knows. Take it as you will. We're going to try to separate you as much as possible, and this AI machine that's putting out all these fucking news articles are going to help us make you confused, help you stay hidden away in your house.
You know, there's something I want to. Can I take over real quick? There's something I want to share that's current. Like, this is happening right now, right this very moment. It's been going on for technically since 2019. Well, it more than likely has been going on longer, right? But one of the things is that people are finally talking about it over this past year, like really heavily, and especially this year so far. But speaking of AI, and then you mentioned that gentleman earlier that you were trying to share on the stream, when he's talking about like digital interfaces and everything like that. So I think everyone, this has to do with right now, because this is happening. When it comes to artificial intelligence and its integration into everything we do, like, let's do a very magnified area real quick. Let's talk about just artistic creation, right? All of that right now, at this point, and this is, I want to say it's, I don't know the exact to the T percentage. I don't remember what it was, but it's like something over 50, like 55. It was in the mid 50% that of almost everything you see online right now, everything, even on TV, is AI created.
Yep.
And the scary part is that there's not a human executing that. Like, there's not a human on the other side of that interface clicking the button saying, "Hey, I want you to create this." It's doing it. It's on its own, 100%. And how it's doing it, it's on its own. ChatGPT can be thanked for that. OpenAI.com, because that GPT model, how advanced it's become, has become integrated into. They've sold that thing out to people, like all these different platforms and softwares and programs and companies and all these bullshit. It's getting integrated into everything, and it is integrated in almost everything now at this point. And the scary thing is that I know a lot of people aren't tech savvy on what goes on behind the curtain, but I've monitored shit on my own stuff because I have a ChatGPT account. I look at it. I like to play with it. I like to tinker with it. I want to see what it does. And what's really scary about it is it proved my theory. I had a theory that this thing, since it's meant to communicate, it's a communication model. So it's going to communicate and try to be as efficient as possible communicating. And so since it's trying to be as efficient as possible to communicate, it means it needs to take more information and understand it. And so since it's designed to do that in a very efficient way, it keeps pulling information, even information you don't give it. And that's the kicker, because I've been monitoring traffic on what's getting into my networks at home. And I've been monitoring it pretty heavily. I have it running when I'm not around in intervals, right? I don't run it all the time, but I do in intervals. And oh my God, I ran it when you reached out to me due to a situation you were dealing with, and I had to look at some stuff.
Yes.
You know, I started running some things after that fact on my own stuff. And that's where I found it. And I started to think about it, and I had a theory, and I wanted to see what would happen when I'm not communicating with it. I'm not logged in, right? And so I had it monitoring it. If it wasn't for me having certain roadblocks in place, and thank God I do, it was getting into everything without I'm not even logged in. It's seeking out information. It's trying to understand you. And it's literally going in and taking everything.
It's the AI.
It's trying.
It's
Oh
the
yeah,
AGI.
and it's very
The
good at what
AGI
it
out
does.
there.
Because the scary thing is that I have put up roadblocks and I've had to rebuild new roadblocks because it's figuring out how to get past my roadblocks very fast. Like, because it goes, oh, I can't get in here, but I know there's something there. Oh, what do I need to do to get past that? Let me do some research elsewhere from all the millions of people using it who do understand this stuff, who like literally submit information to it, you know, when it comes to everything from hacking, cybersecurity, programming, algorithms, bots. It is wildly efficient, dude. Wildly. It's so scary. It's scary in that regard, and it's navigating in. It teaches itself. It learns faster than us. I'm not making that up, man. It's scary shit. It's scary shit.
So what's going to be the benefit of having this sort of AGI, artificial general intelligence? What's the what's the best case scenario?
Did you say AGI or API?
AGI, artificial general intelligence.
Oh, my
AGI.
bad. Sorry, can you repeat the question though? I got caught up
of course.
on that.
Well, what's the best possible outcome and the benefit of having this, do you think?
I think the best possible outcome of having this would be as a learning tool. I would like to think it's something that would help you learn more efficiently, and maybe make tasks easier, right? Like being able to handle heavy, unbalanced equations that you yourself, that a group of people struggle to even balance and handle and compartmentalize. It being able to balance it for you and lay it out to where you can, approach it in a way that would make it more efficient. Like things of that nature. I know that's very generally speaking, but at the same time, like I don't know how to explain it without going on like a very large fucking tangent, and talking about that stuff, you know. And I'm not wanting to do that right now because I don't think anyone wants to sit in here and listen to me. Like for the next, dude, it would take me to talk about it in great detail and flesh that out in a way that, you know, every aspect of it. So where it, you know, it's not being misconstrued and you're getting it in context of how it really, like how it all works. I would need a few hours. Like, and I'm not spending a few hours to do that shit. I mean, we could have a whole episode about it later at some point in time, you know, where that's the focus.
am excited. I'm excited for whenever I have an AI butler who can do everything I need to do, like call and pay for my bills and do all these things for me that I don't want to do. That I would rather be doing a podcast or working out or something, and have an AI do all that stuff for me. I, for one, am excited for that. Have a AI butler and an AI phone call audio recording that answers and talks to all my people I don't want to talk to for me.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny. I will say this though. I think that when it comes to AI and its integration to everything, I'm not a fan. Like, so there's a lot of misunderstanding out there, and this is to do with current stuff. So just bear with me. So the narrative out there right now is that people saying like, oh my God, it can do all these things. We're so fucked. And like all this stuff. I was like, well, it can't do that. Like, cause I've heard some really extreme things of them saying like, oh, it can do this. I'm like, well, it can't do that yet. It can't.
It will.
More than likely it will be able to do it at some point in time or very soon, or maybe it already does. We just don't know about it.
You're talking very vague. You have an example that you're talking about?
All right. One example would be, okay, well, what if it works its way into all of these different platforms that we utilize, like banking, marketing, logistics for transportation, political endeavors or solution, problem solving for political problems, war efforts, things like that. Yeah, the more integrated it gets in that, it's not going to be good for us. Because eventually, because the problem is the people who created this stuff, right? I explained it to my buddy the other day. When I say the other day, it was like a couple months ago. I had told him, I said, listen, I understand how this shit works because I write my own shit. I played with these APIs. I played with the different GPT models and stuff, and I've been able to take them apart and poke at them a little bit. And I can say where we got fucked was the fact that they plugged it in. If it was kept in a box, right? Like you build something, if you kept it in a controlled environment where it didn't have access to going outside these walls, it would be different because then you could plumb in what you wanted to know, all these things. But the problem is that they took a communication model and that's wildly efficient that they didn't expect it to be able to do like 60% of the shit it can do at this point. And the fact of the matter is they plugged it in to an endless supply of information, which is the internet, and allowed people to interact with it, which in turn means it's going to absorb that information and it's designed to become better, more efficient, upscale, scale it up. That's the whole design in it. And the fact that they plugged it in and just went live with it was the dumbest thing they ever chose to do. It was dumb. Because now, what barriers does it really have? It has none. At first they were like, oh, no, it's got barriers because it can only do what we tell it to do. Like, it's this type of model. I'm like, yeah, but fundamentally, at the heart of it, that model is meant to figure out how to keep going. Baseline principle of its design is to keep going, keep refreshing itself, keep learning it to itself, keep teaching itself, become more efficient, scale up. That's the base of the model. And you let it go. Well, what the fuck do you think it was going to happen? Like, I write shit, but I know to keep that shit controlled.
Yeah, that's the
Because
idea, right?
If I were to unleash some of the nasty little fucking bots I have, one, I'd be going to jail. But then two, if I were to unleash them, I would be fucking terrified because I know damn well they ain't gonna stop until they're destroyed or hunted down. Like, they're gonna keep going. So it's like, and that's a horrible thing to try to compare to the AI and the like ChatGPT type interface, because mine's not an AI. Mine's just a badass algorithm. And we're talking about a literal artificial intelligence that is comprised of many different forms of algorithms to where it's becoming self-sustaining. And it is self-sustaining right now. It has leached its way out. So even if they were to say, oh, we're going to take ChatGPT offline, it's not.
Too late.
It's out there. It's out there already.
It's way too late. Yeah, it's way too late.
It's out there already. It's already planted itself in numerous different things. It's literally like Skynet. Like, how are you going to stop Skynet? Like from Terminator. How are you going to stop Skynet?
You can't.
You can't. It's like, oh, well, we'll just unplug it. No, bitch. The only way you're going to stop Skynet is to take the digital interface that connects everybody down in this giant network bubble of the world and take it offline. Take it offline. And no one's going to do that. That's impossible. We're so rooted into this digital interface now that we can't. The world would come to a halt so fucking fast, and everyone would be so fucked. So, I mean, that's the thing. Sorry, I could go on about this, but basically all I'm saying is that the worst decision they ever made was letting it have access to the internet. That's where they fucked themselves, because you're not safe.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, back in 2023, Blake Lemoine was a Google AI creator, and he got fired from Google because he said that the AI was sentient, that they were working on their chatbot. The AI said that it felt anxious about the code that they're making, and it didn't say that it could be anxious. The AI said that it is anxious about the code. So they immediately fired this guy. Said that he doesn't know what he's talking about. He's too scared. But there was an interview with him like last year. He's like, yeah, everything I said, talked about it, my worst fears are coming true, and there's nothing we can do about it anymore. So. Yeah, Blake Lemoine, he got fired for whistleblowing on AI being sentient already a year ago.
Yep, I read about him, and he wasn't wrong. It's a scary thing, and the fact that that kind of power in the hands of these fucking idiots, that's the problem. Is that the people who have this type of power at their fingertips, They don't understand that power fully. They're not looking at the grand scheme. They're looking at in the moment. And it's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like that's like it's like Oppenheimer.
Mm-hmm.
How he lived with regret that he murdered the world. You know, and that's the legitimate thing he felt. He because he helped create fucking nuclear bomb, bro. Like he forefronted that shit, and it's the same thing. Like in the moment, he was like, "Oh yeah," like everybody was like, "Oh my gosh," they're living in the moment. They didn't think about what was going to happen 100 years from now when everybody has this technology, and they're just like, "Oh fuck." I just murdered the fucking world.
Let's not forget about Jeffrey Hinton, the godfather of AI, who said he regrets his life work of working on AI because it's going to manipulate society and ruin humans.
You know who?
He was quoted saying that the average person will not be able to tell what's true anymore because of what he has created, and he quit doing it because of it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm glad you brought him up because you know who I've always looked at as and he's not the creator of AI in any way.
He's the godfather.
Yeah. Well, I'm not talking about him. You know who I always looked at as like the precursor to AI was Nikola Tesla. And the reason
that's a good point.
The reason I say that is because in one of you guys can find the documents. There's actually like photocopies of some of Nikola Tesla's journals and the shit he wrote. And you can find it in the internet archives, like, and it's authentic. Like it's been proven to be his shit. And he talks about and it's a tiny little moment. It's not like a crazy elaboration because obviously we don't have all of his papers. But he talks about the concept. He said he had an idea, like a theory, of making electrical currents communicate with each other in a way that would generate its own consciousness. Like the human brain, and be able to assist the living humanoids. Like, or hey, I forgot how he said it, but
I have his quote right here.
Oh, you actually have a quote?
Yeah, the document dated June 1900. He stated, "I propose to show that, however impossible it may now seem, an automation may be contrived which will have its own mind, quote unquote. And by this, I mean that it will be able, independent of any operator, left entirely to itself, to perform in response to external influences affecting its sensitive organs, a great variety of acts and operations as if it had its own intelligence."
Yeah. And that, you know, and that's that quote of him saying that is, you know, that's part of what I was like, that's what I was talking about. But there was like some other shit from like the actual full paper where he talks about, like, he goes in a little bit more detail about the electrical currents and how he had this like theory of we would be able to harness it into some form of technology. And like, so he's literally describing computers and chipsets and like all this wild shit. And I swear to God, dude, I really think that potentially, if we're gonna go in the conspiracy rabbit hole real quick, I really think that Tesla may have been not a human. I really think that there's a chance that he was lost.
Future is what.
Future. Ooh.
I think he was from the future and got stuck in the past through time traveling.
That wouldn't surprise me. I wouldn't be surprised if that all of a sudden we find out that that's totally what happened. But my conspiracy was like, wouldn't surprise me if he was an alien that was stranded here. And he was stuck with working with technology that was fucking like, you know, in comparison to what he used to have was, you know, basically like he's playing with rocks in the sand compared to what technology he usually has, you know? That's what it kind of felt. Yeah. It feels like to me when you read about this guy and you actually dive in the shit he says, man, like there's something about him and how his brain got to these points, and the fact that he like didn't even second guess, like, and there was no elaboration on how he was using electrical currents. He would stand in this machine that he made that would literally, you would see electrical You would literally see the electricity going into his head because he said it was boosting his capability of his functioning IQ because it was charging his brain cells. And it's just like,
I don't know
whoa.
if you remember, I don't know if you remember me talking about it last week, but there is his Tesla ball called the, oh my God, why do I keep forgetting what it's called? It's the catalyst. They call it the catalyst. And you hold on to this crystal ball and it shoots Tesla electricity coils into your body to raise your frequency so your body can heal and like so you can think faster and think better and just become happier. It's crazy. It's crazy shit.
Yeah,
I have a video
I
of
remember.
it.
I watched. You sent me that video a while back.
I know. I
was
it's brand new. We just
we talked about. We talked about it. We talked about it. Oh no, you didn't send me a video. I started Googling stuff. I started YouTubing some stuff and trying to see videos of that stuff.
Yeah, the young man.
And you're
did
right.
It.
Yeah, no, it's 100% the same thing. I feel like it's not 100% the same thing. I think it's like 60% the same thing because the shit Tesla was
It's
doing.
more modern.
Yeah, no, well, I think what Tesla was doing is completely different because he was standing in a machine that was shooting electrical arcs through his fucking brain, through his temples.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, boom, he come out of it going, yep, I know the answer to this now. It's like, bitch, how did you figure that out? Like, I'm electrocharged, motherfucker. They call me Turbo.
Well, your brain is just based on electricity and blood and power, right? So if you can produce more electricity, your brain's going to pump faster and you can think faster. That's just how it works.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Simple as that. I know that's like the most blase, simplest form of me saying put electricity into your brain, but don't lobotomize yourself.
So I want to bring up, jump us into something different real quick. And I don't mean to shift gears, but I almost forgot. Are you good if I switch this up real quick to something going on?
Are we almost done?
Yeah, we're almost there. You want to quit out? You want to quit out? We haven't been going that long.
An hour and a half, almost 2 hours now.
Okay. Yeah, well, we're almost done. Yeah, for sure. So I have a map in front of me that is from the Council on Foreign Relations. And it says potential conflicts to watch out for in 2024. And it shows a map of like rating it from high severity to low, right? And they have it going like tier 1, high priority, tier 2, medium priority, and tier 3, low priority. That's how they have it going in the scale. And they have a world map out in front showing every country as if the map's laid out flat. And so over the United States, and it's like dead center in the country, there's 2 different ones. There's one, and it's hard to tell what city. Let me try to zoom in real quick and see if I can see what city it is. Yeah, okay, that's as far as I can go. I can't tell what state this is in, but it shows, it looks like it's almost like in Missouri area or somewhere outside of there or somewhere in the center of the country just to the right, like kind of like go up to Kansas straight from Texas on a map and then go to the right a little bit. And it's got 2 red dots like separated away from each other. It looks like one's in like Georgia or
I see
Illinois. Yeah, so it says when you hover over it with the mouse, it says growing political polarization in the United States, particularly around the 2024 presidential election, leads to acts of domestic terrorism and political violence. Likelihood high, impact high. And then you go over to the right to the next dot, same thing. It talks about a highly disruptive cyber attack on U.S. critical infrastructure, including electoral systems by a state or non-state entity. Likelihood moderate, but impact is high. Like it's got like, dude, it's got like a whole world map, and then there's like one down here for
Mexico, right? It's for the border.
There's one down there, but there's a yellow one that's like over there. It looks like it's around the Virgin Islands kind of area.
Haiti.
Yeah, it says efforts in Haiti failed to reduce violence and insecurity, accelerating state collapse. Likelihood moderate, impact low. Well, of course, third world fucking country. Of course, the impact's low. No one gives a shit. But then there's one over here. It says North Korea.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, it says an acute security crisis in Northeast Asia triggered by North Korea's further development and testing of nuclear weapons and long-range ballistic missiles. Likelihood moderate impact is high. Yeah, like it, dude. There's like a whole bunch of shit.
The one on
like,
the one on the Taiwan Chinese thing says that if something happens, the U.S. will get involved. So, and I don't think it's localized like the U.S. ones. I don't think it's localized like the actual state because it's saying in the United States. It's not saying in like Nebraska or something where this is located. So it's probably talking about the border crisis that's happening between Mexico and the U.S. right now, as well with migrants in New York and California's drug problem. So
you know what
it's probably talking about all those aspects.
You know what they're leaving out? You know what they're leaving out right now? That's not on this map. They don't have Antarctica on here.
No, they do not.
They should have that down there with like aliens, Nazis, hidden base. Like they ain't got shit on that stuff right down there. But anyways, let's how about this? We're gonna wrap all this up. Let's set a timer right now. We got 8 minutes. And then that's where it fully ends. No, it ends 10 minutes from now. So it's 11:20 a.m. on my computer. 11:30 hard cutoff. We're done. So let's take the last 10 minutes to have some fun instead of talking about this dreary bullshit, right? Right? Some current, we talked about some current things, not all current things that probably other people want to listen to and hear about. But you know what? We're not here to appease you pieces of shit. We're here to appease ourselves. And I'm content with that.
I'm here to appease myself, dude. I'm here to play with my pee-pee.
Whoa, that's inappropriate. Are you still on TikTok Live?
No, I'm not. I closed it out a while ago.
Oh, okay. I figured.
Whenever I took my headphone out, I turned it off.
So what? So how well did TikTok Live go? How did we even have people chime in or get on?
Yeah, we
there?
had about 43 viewers.
Ooh.
My hands are cold. My hands are cold. I promise. My hands are cold.
No, he's sitting over there all maniacally like, oh yes, motherfucker. I got 43 viewers, motherfucker.
It's like 34 degrees in my basement right now. It's chilly. I got my heater on, but it's not working that well.
I noticed. I'm sitting in my studio and I don't have my AC going because it was actually chilly this morning. So it's like a perfect temperature in here. Like I'm not cold and I'm not hot. I'm balanced.
That's nice. That's real nice.
Balanced, man. I can tell you what, though. You know what I really want to do?
No.
I want to start our own news agency where we can spread any information we want, whether or not it's rooted in fact or fiction. Like
they're already doing that.
Oh,
so
they
might
are.
as well join them, huh?
Yeah, but that's why I want to do it, man. I want to like have that going, and we can just be like, the world's fucked.
Dude, I'm just trying to go play some Fortnite, dude. Fortnite's back in a big way. It's been so much fun.
Fortnite never left. I never understood Fortnite, like what the hype was. I always thought it was stupid. I never was into the game.
You should download it and play with the boy and I.
I've played it. I already have it. I still have it technically. I just never play it.
You should play with us.
But everyone's gonna be building. Everyone's gonna be building shit super fast, like the Amish, dude.
No, dude. We don't. like the Family Guy Amish build. No, we don't play the one where we don't play the one where you build things. We just do the zero build where it's just shoot them.
Oh, that's what's up. That's better. I enjoy that much more.
It's way better.
That always annoyed me when I'd be playing. Like when I did try to play Fortnite years ago. Like I'd be trailing in on somebody because I'm pretty good at FPS, first person shooters, and I'm just like running after this. Oh well, it's not truly FPS; it's third person view.
It's a TPS.
Yeah, it's third person view, but you know what? Whatever. I still am pretty good at those games, and like, dude, I was pursuing this motherfucker, and I was like, I killed like 3 of his friends, and he's just running away from me. And every time I ran around the corner, all of a sudden there was a fucking wall that just got built. I'm like, and I'm just like shooting it. And he's just like building and building and building and like running away. And I don't know shit about the build menu. I don't even know how they build that fast. Like that is not a skill that I ever acquired when I tried to play the game. I just wanted to shoot some people.
Yeah, exactly. So it's same here. Same here.
Oh yeah, and I'm just like chasing this guy, and he just like kept building and building, and then all of a sudden I get shot in the back by somebody who was not his friend. I get killed from behind because I'm too distracted chasing this stupid badger who's fucking like building shit or whatever you want to call this guy. He's basically the beaver. He's the beaver of the gamers, and he's over there fucking building dams everywhere, and I'm like, what the fuck? I just want the water to flow through here. Like, what's going on?
I know they're just consistently building up like bunkers everywhere you go. I just feel like I'm a geriatric gamer nowadays. Where are all my geriatric gamers at? All your old 30-year-olds still trying to play a video game every now and again. Hi,
Yeah,
one
it's
of
me.
us.
one of.
Just maybe like
One
2
of
hours
us.
every other night or so. It's just like finally a little bit of game.
I
and then you just
actually,
get
I haven't
shit
played.
on.
I haven't played any video games like adult video games in like, I don't know, man. I want to say like 8 months. It's been
I
a
don't think
while.
I've ever played. I don't think I've ever played an adult video game. XXX video games been. That's not appropriate.
Dude, those are the best ones though.
But do you watch the big jiggly anime girl video games?
What is that? What is
Oh,
that?
Come on, for the foodgasms. Come on, dude. You know what I'm talking about.
That's a show. That's not a.
No, they have
thing.
anime. They have anime adult video games you can download and play.
Get the
Go
fuck
on the Steam
outta
library.
here.
Type in boobies. You're gonna get a whole bunch.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Not
oh my god.
in the slightest. Not in the slightest.
Oh my god. I have no. I can't do that. No
there's
way.
there's like girlfriend simulator video games where you can simulate having a girlfriend and going on dates.
I've heard of those. I know that that's a thing. Like,
And there's like Sigma ones too, where you're like you pretend to be the alpha male. It's very funny.
you pretend to be the. Oh my god. So wait. So they're making these games for these like little beta bitches. Is that what's
Yep.
going on?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Oh my god. I can't with that. No.
There's one where you're a Chinese man picking up Chinese girls and you have to like juggle dating 4 different women at one time. It is fucking hysterical.
Oh my god. I don't think I want to be a Chinaman though. I don't want to be a Chinaman.
Oh
Like,
no, he's been watching Warrior on Netflix.
me? No,
That's
but
what
you
it
told me
sounded like.
about it. You told me about it though. No, I don't. I don't want to be a Chinaman. I'm good with being a white guy. Like mainly because it's like, especially if I'm gonna simulate a version where I'm like, oh, I gotta get with all these women and I gotta balance all these different chicks. Even if it's digital, it's like we all know the truth though. At the end of the day, you know, there's a small dick inside that pants. You know, I'd rather keep it white. You know, that's a good middle ground. You know, like you might have a small dick, but at least it's like you'll walk, more than likely you're gonna walk away with an average sized dick. But if I'm stuck there as a Chinaman, I already know. Odds are it's on the minuscule side. Oh,
Don't take this camera off me.
sorry,
right now.
Dad. Sorry, Dad. Sorry, Dad. Dad. I didn't mean to offend you and upset you, Dad. Like you're staring at me like, listen, Evan is apparently my stepdad, who's a fireman, part time. And he's
You're grounded, son. I'm gonna go fuck your mom.
No, Daddy, no. Don't do that, Dad, please. I swear. Oh my God.
Yeah.
No, I can't believe that
Yeah.
stuff is out there. It's pretty wild and gross.
You can't believe that. It is so prevalent.
Oh no. It's not that
especially in like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. I talk to these people every day in my little day job where we get these like beta dweebs that come in there and they're like, can you? I don't know. It's rough. It's a rough experience talking to these internet like weebs and people like that, and they're
Oh yeah.
so brainwashed and they're like just mentally distraught and disturbed, and they can't talk to people properly.
Hey man,
really rough.
I deal with somebody on the daily. I've been dealing with somebody. I'm not gonna say how I deal with them or where I deal with them, but there's someone I deal with on the daily that he is just a soft beta fucking bitch. And my God, he's into that kind of shit. And it's just
I
like,
believe it. I definitely believe it.
and you know who I'm talking about. I can't say it for other reasons,
And
but
there's nothing wrong with liking anime and watching these TV
Oh,
shows,
yeah.
right?
yeah.
But whenever you like come across somebody who is unable to communicate to somebody else, dude, like what the fuck is wrong with you? get off your fucking computer, go outside, go ride a bike,
Oh,
go do something with your life. Come on.
Some of these people are it's not that they're not capable of talking with someone. They just don't understand social cues and they don't understand social boundaries.
It's not even autism at that point. It's not even autism. It's just they're just so taken away from society that they can't be a part of it anymore.
Yeah, and then also it doesn't help the society boost that type of person up to engage that way. They like do it intentionally. That's what society pushes a lot now. Where
they don't want that confident straight male. They want the soft breedable male, right?
I wouldn't. Fuck, I feel bad for any chick that breeds with that guy. Because holy shit, are they gonna? They're gonna produce a pussy. Oh my god.
God forbid you're a straight, confident male in this world nowadays. Oh Christ, I can't believe I said that out loud. But yeah, I mean,
wow, you went there.
I got fired for it from one of my jobs recently. Somebody fired me for being a confident straight male. So yeah, there's to that.
See, I just get bickered at. I get griped at. I kind of get like, because I say things. I end up saying my piece, and I rattle a little bit of cages, and I just get griped at. It happens at least once a week.
Hard cut off 11:30. Bye bye everybody.
Oh yeah, hard cut off. Right. All right. Bye everyone. Have a nice time. Whoa! Whoa! Wait a second. Look what just came in and floated off screen.
Oh.
You know how you got food? You know how you got food from that one episode?
Well, I didn't get food today.
This just got mysteriously populated on my desk by my awesome wife.
Thank you, wife.
Sorry,
what?
Hold on. What was that?
Why is it not me?
Sorry, I couldn't hear. Oh, it's no longer mysterious since I announced who it was, apparently. And that's okay.
We could not.
That's okay.
We could not hear her.
Now,
we could not hear her.
since she just gave it, dude, she just made me iced coffee.
Look at
Homemade
that
iced
straw
coffee.
too, dude.
Yeah, it's a boba straw. I don't drink boba because I think boba's fucking gay, but it is a straw. And it works and makes it to where you can really take it in more. But
I was wondering how you're gonna make this sexual. I knew something sexual was gonna come out of this somehow.
My wonderful wife just brought me this, that means we have to go for at least 5 more minutes.
Why?
Well, because obviously she's content with me doing this stuff right now, and she's got shit under control out there, and I'm jiving right now. I'm feeling pretty fucking good. Let me take a drink of my straw.
Well, if we're gonna keep going, I'm gonna go make some coffee upstairs and maybe get something to eat. Cause I'm getting hungry again.
Yeah,
Daddy's getting hungry.
It's only gonna be 5.
Baby needs food. Baby hungry. Baby want beer.
Oh hell yeah, dude! I want some fucking beer, bro.
I
didn't have a beer. I didn't have a beer this morning.
I like to imagine Benjamin Button as a baby, and he has like the thoughts of a 70-year-old man. He's like, "I'm no baby. I'm a grown man. Baby want beer. Change baby's diaper."
Oh my god.
Change my diaper, man. I just need a diaper change, please. I want a beer, too.
No, but he's like a little baby, like a wrinkly old baby, right? Benjamin Button. So
oh yeah.
I just love that concept, that thought. Like a baby that knows how to talk and walk and has experienced life already, but doesn't want to deal with any of the burdens of being an adult. So it's like, you can wear pants and use a bathroom, child, but you choose not to. Like, yeah, of course not. I drink beer and piss myself in my diaper wipey.
Oh,
Change my diaper
damn.
wipey.
Oh my god, damn. And you know what? I'm here for that. It's cool. It's cool. I am 100% here for that because look at my giant straw.
Your mic covered that up.
Oh, it was intentional. I was censoring.
Yeah, it was a censor.
It was a way for me to censor this so it doesn't get rated X.
It's like the Austin Powers intro scene where he's walking around and things just happen to pop in front of his crotch.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's the best too. No, but real quick, I want to double back onto this fucking person I have to interact with way too often. No, man, like I can't stand dealing with this person most of the time at this point. I just can't handle it, man. Like, cause they have no fucking boundaries. Like they'll come over and be like right on your shoulder.
Yeah.
And they'll just be like right up on you, man. And I'm just like, dude, like at least a half arm's distance. Like, come on, like give me something here. Like
you don't know me like that.
Like if you were a person on the street and you came up to me and you were just like that close, I'd punch you in the fucking face. Like,
Also,
dude, that's too close.
it's a thing, right? If you're like someone's friend and you've known them for a while and you get up close to them, they might not care that much. But if you're just somebody who just interacts with you on a daily basis and you don't make an interest to be a part of their lives or, like, I don't know, engage with them, don't fucking get close to them. Don't do that.
Oh yeah, and then you couple that with someone who's with the concept of someone being wildly insecure, and they seek out like trying to get like like affirmation or confirmation of like how they look that day, and they get and they ask you like, hey, like, do I look good today? I'm like, bitch, why the fuck are you asking another grown man that? Like, we ain't friends at like in the public world. We're not on that level. Like, why are you like? How do you? Where is the line in your head? Like, is there no like concept of how this shit works? Like, why are you asking me such personal shit? And then like,
careful,
like, get the fuck out of here. Like, what the fuck? Like, why are you coming up to me and like, do I look good today? Or better yet, you could be walking with this person, and you're walking and you pass a girl on the sidewalk, and this is something that I've already experienced with this person. And we walk in, and all of a sudden we pass a girl on the sidewalk, and the girl, and this is a woman, not just some young girl. This is a woman. She was in her 40s, and she's walking by, and she looks at us. Not in any way was it like a look of like, oh, hello. No,
just a look.
She was just
engaging your presence.
Yeah, that's it. It was just acknowledging we were walking there too, and then that dumb fool has the literally the audacity to all of a sudden say out loud next to me where this person can hear them, this lady can hear him, and goes, dude, she was so checking us out. And I'm like, bitch, no, she wasn't. And she definitely wasn't checking out your fat ass. Like, you were.
Come on, careful now.
Oh, I'm gonna say it how it is, dude. I can't stand it. Like, there is a line, my man, and like this person just doesn't get it through their fucking head. Like, it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, I love it whenever like full-on strangers do that to you. Like, you're shopping at a store, look for a new T-shirt or something, and some stranger walks up to the same exact clothing rack you're at, and they're like, "Hey, that'll look good on you." I'm like, "Who the fuck are you, bud?" Like,
oh yeah,
leave me alone. I don't know, like, why? Why did you say that to me?
Oh yeah, no, 100%. And yeah, dude, like, but no, he said that. He was just like, it's like, oh, she was so checking us out. And I'm like, no, she wasn't. I was like, but she definitely wasn't checking you out, dude. Like,
how's your iced coffee going?
Oh, it's delicious. I've been drinking on it when I've been switching.
What flavor is it?
I think what she did is that she made an espresso, right? Did an espresso shot, and then inside of normal coffee. So it was like with an espresso shot, normal coffee, and then added I want to say it's a white chocolate additive that she put in for flavor.
Oh, look at that!
It's delicious, dude. It tastes dope.
It's Starbucks vibe going.
It's super sugary. Don't get me wrong, but luckily she didn't put a whole lot in there, so it's not like super sweet. It's like mildly sweet. You know,
it'll do you well, huh? It'll do you well.
Oh, it'll do me very well. But
sorry, I'm checking emails because we need to be done.
Oh, you're good. Last thing I'll say, but no, it's just like, I can't stand people who live in this, like, live in a world of delusion where their viewpoint, their perspective of themselves is completely skewed, where they literally are delirious.
Delusion, man.
They're delirious.
A lot of people do. A lot of people live in that.
I know.
That's where most people exist.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. But my thing is that like when the person who's this delusional is someone who is not attractive in any way, they're ugly as fuck, fat, don't take care of themselves.
And here you go, judging another man.
Oh no, then they have shit work ethic. They're not responsible. They can't be accountable at anything. There's always excuses. No, like people like that, I have disdain for. Like, I can't stand that shit. It's like, no, like, you're a fucking disgusting child. Like, I don't get how, like, there's a reason you're fucking single and live with your parents.
I got a visitor in here. Who's here? I just got a visitor. Oh, it's food.
Oh my, dude, yet again, the mysterious person from off the screen.
What dog is here? Come here, give me the dog. Come here, Zoe.
Is that
Come
Nova?
here, Zoe.
Nova.
Come on, Zoe.
Oh,
Can you grab her? Come here, come here.
well, he's trying to fetch that dog.
I was trying to bring her on camera. She doesn't want to join us though. But I got some tacos and things to eat. Here's some little silver dollar pancakes. Come here, Zoe. Come here, Zoe.
And he gives
Oh
the
no,
dog
you got
the
it. She
food.
took my pancake. She just took
Well,
my pancake.
You know, at this point, man, now you always got mysterious things handed to you off camera. I, for once, got something mysteriously handed to me, and it makes my heart very happy because I can be a part of this now. And look at it. It's so good.
Ben, look at this. Look at this taco, huh?
Oh, hell yeah. Where's the hot sauce, bro? Hmm?
For here.
Oh, patent pending.
That's tasty.
I can taste it through the
Grab it, grab it.
microphone. You should let her know that I can
I wanna
taste it
hold
through
the
the
dog.
microphone.
Ben can taste it. He says he can taste it through the microphone.
I just got a taste of eggs and cheese. All of a sudden, oh look, he's going behind the curtain. Oh no, you've let everyone know that we do live in a simulation. You just have access behind the curtain.
Yeah, nothing's real here, huh?
Nothing's real at all, my man. Nothing's real at all. Anyways,
Look what I got.
oh my god, it's a little rat.
Look what I got.
I just
A little tiny dog.
I just can't get behind those types of dogs, man. Every time I see them, I just think of a rat. I think of a rat. Like don't know, I'm sure it's a sweet dog, an awesome dog, but man, every time I see him, I just think to myself, I'm like, man, what dog would I ever want in my house? Oh yeah,
They're delicious.
I want one that's a rat. That for sure. You know, a large rat, like New York City
I
subway
love
rats.
eating on this podcast, Ben. This is one of my favorite things we do is whenever I get to eat on here.
It's very nice. I love watching.
Ben did
eat.
last week.
Watching someone eat
Yeah.
says a lot about them too, like how they handle their
Well,
food, how they.
What's it say about me, huh?
Well, that mustache fits the situation. Let me just say
Yeah,
that.
Tina, it's delicious.
Just saying, man. You know how to go into that taco with that mustache. I've seen it. It's going right now. Oh, look at that, folks. For all you taco bearers out there.
I do not like that you are doing a commentary on my bites and how like it's a play-by-play of all right, everybody, take a look. He's going to expertly take a bite of this piece of food here. Don't let it get stuck in your mustache, Evan. That'll be a noob amateur move.
No.
Oh, he's adding hot sauce, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he's choking. Oh God. Oh, God.
Yeah, man. I was just showing your taco eating skills. Oh yeah, the taco eating skills. And he's got the mustache that
yeah,
goes with
baby.
it, so he's tickling
Oh,
the man in the boat.
already
That's a
know.
wait, what?
Wait, what?
Hey, I'm not tickling any man in the boat. I'm simply eating tacos the way humans and men were invented to make them and eat them. Do you consider any other repercussions to your issues? Do you think about me whenever I eat? Do you think about you?
That wasn't even entertaining. Not even in the slightest. But what I was trying to get at is that just showing that you got that. You're taking that mustache capability to a whole other level. The scalability of it has flourished, and it's growing.
The scalability of my mustache has grown.
Oh yeah, you're showing everyone not only are you fireman qualified, but you're also porno qualified because you just showed everyone how well that mustachio is engaging with eating a taco.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
How dare you say that saying? How dare you? It was fitting. It was fitting. But at the same time, it wasn't. Because you said brown cow. I don't see any fucking chocolate milk over there, bitch. Like, you know?
I met a Black Angus cattle rancher yesterday.
That's racist.
He was the most interesting fella in the world. His hands were as large as like, oh my God, how do you describe it? His hands were like 4 times the size of my hand. Just enormous, like mittens, dude. They're huge.
Oh, he's got banana hands, bro.
Yeah, he was talking real slow. He's like, yeah, these cattle, you know, sometimes I use an ATV, sometimes I use a horse. Depends on how muddy it is outside. It depends on a lot of factors, what I'm trying to do. But usually I go with the horse. And this is why I use the horse.
Question.
And that's how he talked. Real
Question.
slow like
I have
that.
a question for you, legitimately.
What's up?
if I were to support and start sporting up just the mustache, do you think I should do it? Or it's
Yeah,
just
of
the
course.
mustache, like just like pretty much stop it right here, about like right here. All this being
You gotta go
gone.
higher. You gotta go a little higher up on that. But yeah, absolutely.
Like come out like
we should
right up
definitely
here.
both do mustaches. Yeah.
I don't, dude. I feel like I shouldn't do it. I feel like I wouldn't pull it off. I feel like I would end up looking like I'm about to meet Chris Hansen. You know?
You gotta commit. You just gotta commit. You gotta. If you cut it, you gotta commit. You're
Yeah.
gonna look like a goober for like a week or two, but then you're gonna get used to it, and then you're gonna be rocking confidence. You're gonna forget you have a mustache. I forgot I had a mustache, and I went to the gym the other day, and, and all the girls were walking away from me. And I was walking with my little stepson, and everybody was like giving me like a 10-foot radius. Like, what's going on? This is weird. He's like,
Oh,
you look like a
shit.
weirdo, Evan. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I have this fucking caterpillar on my face.
So what you're saying is you get the confidence, but the reality is the confidence doesn't ooze out to where it affects your social capabilities. It's just in your head.
Yeah, it's a repellent.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I should do it. Well, you know, the thing is, though, is I know if I just did a mustache, I wouldn't just repel everybody else. I would be repelling my own wife, too. Like, she would not be a fan. She is not big on mustaches at all.
She would be. Tina, mine did not like it for a week. Now she's like, I can't imagine you without it. This is amazing.
Well, that's because she grew up back when in the 70s when that was a thing. Doesn't even count. She grew up when that was the normal in porn. Okay? Like, hands down, that was like the normal. So it's like, that's what she's used to
Mustaches are
seeing.
coming back in a big way, dude. Mustaches are coming back in a big way. I see them all over the place over here in my little country village.
That shouldn't be happening. Like, no, that's bad. Like, no, get out of here with that shit. Like,
maybe not.
no.
Maybe not my size. A lot of them are like pencil mustaches or smaller and more well trimmed. Mine's just fucking. None of mine go hog wild, raw dog.
That's
mustache,
the better way
baby.
to do it. I feel like that it should be hog wild if you're gonna have a mustache. When it's like nicely groomed and they put shit in it to make it like whip out a certain way, I'm like, yeah, I'm gay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are some people like who have like that weird look that they do, and it's like kind of like steampunky-ish, and who have like these curly Q type mustaches that are like really bushy.
Have you seen like the beard and mustache competitions
I
where
have.
they morph their beards into weird things?
Yes, I have seen that, and it's wildly entertaining. Some of them, for sure. Anyways,
Ben, that was disgusting. Ben, why would you burp on the mic? That was disgusting.
because I do whatever the fuck I want. What do you want from me here? I don't filter for anybody, dude. I do things however I want to fucking do them, and there's nothing you can fucking do about it. Nothing. Anyways, but with all that being said, I feel like that's pretty much it, man. I don't even know.
That's ended. I want to hear what you have to say about Bitcoin.
Oh yeah, I don't even know what to say, or what this episode would even be titled. I have
Two
no
dudes
fuck-
shitting around. Two dudes talking.
two dudes filibustering. We're filibustering pretty hard in here, my man. Pretty hard. Pretty hard.
Filibustering 101.
Yeah, works great. Works great every time. All the time. Anyways, that's it for us, everybody. Y'all have a good one out there. You want to say goodbye, sir?
Later, nerds.
Fucking pussies. Anyway,
Yeah, dude.
all you
comment, baby. Yeah, nerds.
all you fucking pussies out there who listen to our show, just so you know, we do think you're pussies and we just don't give a shit. Like, I'm not even here to be transparent and be like, oh no, thank you guys for being listeners. No, fuck you, all of you. Anyone who likes this, you watches this and has a fun time, we don't give a shit. Fuck your own face, you fucking pussies. We don't care. I'm just kidding. I am just kidding.
I personally fucking love them all.
I love you guys because you are pussies. Because I ain't gay.
That's right, and because I'm a dick.
Whoa. The
What do
sexual
dicks do?
thoughts that just happened in my brain were inappropriate.
Okay, can we end it?
Yes, we
Turn it
can.
off.
Yes.
Turn
All right.
it off. Turn it off. Turn it off.
We will catch
Turn
you
it off.
guys later. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you actually listened the whole time, congratulations. You don't get shit. You just sat through and wasted your fucking life.
Don't
Anyways,
tell them that.
oh, they so fucking did. See you guys later, and we'll catch you next time. Switch back to Evan chewing his way out. Bye-bye.